today, we've got our annual Chat Sports Live Mock Draft. Every single channel here at Chat Sports is going live today, and we are all acting as our team's GMs. I am Nick Caserio today. I'm making the picks. I'm making the trades. And if you're ready for a mock draft for your Houston Texans, give me those H's down below in the comments section. We're going to have a good time. You're going to be able to see a kind of preview of what our draft coverage will look like. Maybe see some trades from yours truly. Hey, I did channel my inner Nick Caserio, so you bet there's going to be some trades for your Houston Texans today. Also, after the live mock draft, we're going to do a full Texans mock breakdown. I'll give you my thoughts, my extended thoughts on the picks, the trades, the reasoning behind them. I am ready to go. Today's show presented by Prize Picks. Get $50 when you play $5 over at Prize Picks with our new code HMA. Make sure you use that code HMA. Get $50 when you play 5, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app over at Prize Picks. At the end of today's program as well, we are going to do a Texans mailbag with our new presenter, or our new producer. Mike is in the building, so we're going to have a good time. Make his life a little easier. Use those hashtag Texans and Super Chat to help us with that. Make sure whenever you push this, get the big cam off with it, right? You see that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good call.
But let's give a warm Texans Today welcome in one of the newest members here at Chat Sports. Let's get some mics down below in the comment section. Shout out to our new producer, Mike, here at Chat Sports. He is a Jets fan, so
Hold on.
Gotta take it easy on him.
This is the closest thing I got to Texans. Little Texas flag.
Okay, he's got the Texas flag shirt on, so he's repping a little bit. So let me and Mike know where you're watching from. Mikey, how are we doing?
We're doing very well. This is a much anticipated day in the office. I mean, the amount of talks that have gone on about trades and everything. I mean, this is going to be a wild mock draft. Is it going to be realistic? Potentially not, but we're going to have some fun today, Chuggs.
We're going to have some fun. Let us know where you're watching from. We're going to have a good time on today's show. We got Arkansas, Conroe, all the way in London. We got Frisco in the building. Let's get a beer sometime. Hell yeah. Wichita, Kansas, Leaf, Texas, Tom Ball's in the building, San Antonio. Mike, where do you hail from?
I hail from Long Island, New York.
Long Island.
Best place on earth. You'll see a lot of Jets fans.
Hey,
you guys love the Jets here, right?
I'm walking here. We got Mike from Long Island. We got Big Ton Martinez from Pasadena, Plano, Texas from Big Body Texan, Dylan Walls watching from Delaware, Ohio, Highlands, Texas for my guy Joe Solis, northwest of Houston for Travis. JB is watching from home of MJF, Long Island. Hey, you and MJF.
Hey, there we go.
Sulphur Springs, Texas in the building. Only one says trade up for Sadiq. I don't know. Hey, let me know. What should I do in round one? Should I pick a player? If you think I should pick somebody in particular, should I trade up, trade down? What do you think I should do in round one? I am the Texans GM for today. So what player do you think the Texans will draft with their first pick in this mock draft? Let me know down below in the comments section. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. The more likes that we get, the more times that y'all share this video, the more Texans fans we can reach and make this a true Texans Today party. So if you could, wipe those feet. Help me out as you enter Texans Today live. And make sure to hit that like button, the thumbs up icon, share today's video. And if you're not, the first thing, obviously, should be subscribed. You should help us out and hit that sub button. I see Montego. I see Born in a Small Town. Round one, take Elite DT or trade down. Miller, Sadiq. Condition based, you know what I want, Sadiq. Kenyon Sadiq. Anointed Stan says, I'm back, baby. Let's freaking go. We do have a super chat menu on today's program. It's very simple. If you want to get up on screen, obviously we'll have the mailbag at the end of the show. So if you want to get a question up, you can use the hashtag Texans. You don't have to super chat. But during the mock draft, during the live show, until that point, you can super chat to get up on screen if you have any suggestions for me that you want me to know, any, just comments, concerns, anything you want to talk about, we'll put you up on screen if you send in a super chat. If you buy a shirt today on today's show, which We have a sale coming up at 2 o'clock Central Time, so I will say wait on this. We have a special flash sale. I didn't want to have y'all buy the shirts and then have a sale come up 10 minutes later. So I will let y'all know we do have a sale coming up on our shirts at 2 o'clock, so wait on that. We'll tell you about it here in just a moment. But if you do buy a shirt, you get a helmet sticker. I'm going to be giving this away during the draft. And if we get $100 total on today's stream, I'm doing the mailbag at the end of today's show with the helmet on. So, we got it going. We got it going.
I mean, we got to let that happen, right?
Yeah, we usually have fun. I will say, it does get a little hot with the helmet on, but
I would think so. You know, when you said you're wearing the helmet, I pictured just a normal Houston Texans helmet. I didn't think it'd be whatever that is.
Oh, it's got to be a space helmet, of course. It's Houston. We have a problem. H-Town, hold it down. Let's see. What do y'all think I should do with this pick? I see a lot of trade out around 1, trade up. I see a lot of getting Kenyon Sadiq, Peter Woods, Landon Robinson from the Navy, from Big Body. I mean, no way I'm taking him in the first. I think he's a good player. He'll be there in the third, I think. Like, if I really wanted Landon Robinson from the Navy, defensive tackle, I think he's a good player, but I can get him in the third round. I might consider that later on. Kayden McDonald, DT or trade out. Okay, let me know. You call the shots. Let me know down below in the comment section. Who do you think I should take with our first draft pick in this mock draft? Sadiq or Peter Woods? Now, as an outsider, I always like to ask this because we, as Texans fans, we, have a little bit of perspective of our team and, how we think we should draft. From somebody who's not a Texans fan, Mike, outside looking in, what do you think the Texans should do round 1?
I'd say go O-line, right? You lost some pieces in the offseason. I mean, I see all this defensive line talk for the Texans. You got Will Anderson, you got Danielle Hunter. If you want to add to a strength, I mean, one thing I'll always look at with football teams, you should have a clear identity. And to me, the Texans' identity is front 4, front 7. If you want to add to that, get even better there, D'Amico Ryans, I get it. Offense, Kenyon Sadiq, if you could trade up for Sadiq, I mean, man, he is just a freak. I mean, you look at the numbers, they don't blow you away. 400, 500 yards last year, but I'd say offensive side of the ball is where I'd lean if I'm Nick Caserio on draft day. Or Chuggs today.
Okay, yeah. Maybe a splash player, maybe somebody on the O-line. I don't know. I do like the idea of adding to a strength, like you said, with the defensive line. We're good on edge. Defensive tackle, the depth is a little less for the Houston Texans, in my opinion. So may look to get one of those guys who slides down at the defensive tackle spot, or maybe take somebody at 28 if I think they're worthy of that first round pick. I think it'll be a fun time. Quick reminder, let's start getting those questions in for my guy Mike to help him out later on in the program. Hashtag Texans or Super Chat. I also realized I forgot to get you set up with the hashtag Texans. Well, I'll get you set up here in just a moment. I'll help you out. With that hashtag Texans. But we will be doing a mailbag at the end of today's show. So Patriots Today says, don't take my player. Possibly a trade going on with the Patriots. You never know. Got Brett Alper in the chat saying, don't take my player. What if we do, Brett? What if we do? What are you going to do about it? Huh?
I don't think he's going to do a thing.
You going to go over to Rossini? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Texans huddle. If trading up, Sadiq. If trading back, Pregnon. If staying, Kayden McDonald. Patriots Today says, I'm going to crash your stream. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. I mean, I think the likelihood, let's see what the live poll says right now, because I asked the question in our live poll, will Jeremy make a trade in round 1? Y'all think I'm trade happy. 73% say I'm going to make a trade round 1. And not to show my cards a little bit, but I think 73% of y'all are on the right track. I think 73% of y'all are on the right track. Oh, Sam, could you help me with one thing?
It's Commissioner Goodell.
Commissioner Goodell. We're doing a mailbag at the end. The only thing I forgot to show Mike is how to basically input the link for the hashtag Texans in there for the comment filter. Shout out to producer Sam. He is acting as our Roger Goodell commissioner today, so it should be a lot on his plate. I know Sam personally has, maybe taking a lot for me because I've been one of the more trade-happy people. Just a little quick insight to how we're doing it here at Chat Sports as well. Just so to make it easier on producer Sam, all the trades that you're going to see in today's mock draft were agreed upon in principle before this mock draft started. So all of our trades had to be in before noon today. So I inputted quite a bit of trades. That doesn't mean all of them are going to happen, but all the basically trade details have already been accepted by now. So we're going to see some trades. Let's just say I had Sam pretty busy with all the trades that I've been doing.
Jeremy's not a businessman. He's a businessman.
And speaking of trades, we actually have 2 pre-draft trades that already happened. We have 2 pre-draft trades that already happened. Both of them with the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, reminder, this is all like mock draft. None of this has actually went down. But we are allowed to trade for players in this mock draft. And we already have 2 player trades that have went down. So I think, pretty interesting.
Yeah, one sec.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. All right, we have 2 trades, both of them with the Philadelphia Eagles. Not us. We haven't made the trades. I'm saying Chat Sports mock draft. There have been 2 trades that have happened so far. You can just switch it to the first one.
Yep.
Yeah. 2 trades that have happened so far in our Chat Sports mock draft. The first one between the Bears and the Eagles. The Eagles sent Moro Ajomo, defensive tackle, to the Chicago Bears in exchange for a 3rd-round pick. This is, I think, a little bit of a, lesser trade, maybe like a realistic trade. That's not very splashy one, but
this next one's a little bit different.
This next one would definitely break X and definitely be a trending story because this is the second pre-draft trade that happened at Chat Sports. A.J. Brown gets traded to the Los Angeles Rams in exchange for Devontae Adams and a 2nd-round pick. I don't know if the money works on this one, but our Eagles and Rams hosts decided to pull the trigger on this. I guess they'll have to deal with the cap considerations and everything afterwards.
Here's the beauty of it. They don't have to deal with that.
Yeah, they actually don't. It's all fun, right? It's all fun.
We're having fun here.
But who do you think wins this trade? I'm more interested in this one. Type R for the Rams, E for the Eagles. Who would win this trade if it went down? Let me know down below. I think maybe the Rams. I think that puts the Rams more in a win now.
Yeah, if they aren't already. I mean, man.
And the Rams are already F them picks.
Yeah, Adams is aging, but he led the league in touchdowns last year, so I don't know if Stafford would be fully on board with this. I don't know. They take on all that money with Brown.
Condition-based, yes. A.J. Brown has been rumored with the New England Patriots, but I'll just say maybe there's a little beef between our Eagles and Patriots hosts. So
just maybe a little bit.
A little contention
stuff
there. So maybe that had to play into the factor of the trade not going down with the Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots. This one's a doozy. I see all Rams right now. I see all Rams. Oh, no, Colston says the Eagles. Let me know. This is a mock trade. Everything that's happening today is a simulation that we're running here at Chat Sports. Texans Huddle says Eagles win that. You think? I mean, I guess if you're able to work out the money and the Rams are taking on A.J. Brown's contract and that money, possibly.
You pick up the extra pick. You get still one of the better receivers in the NFL. I think, what is he, 31, 32 at this point? But
yeah.
Led the league in touchdowns last year. I don't know. He's still got it.
This is an interesting trade.
Yeah.
Let's just say I dabbled with a few ideas of player trades. I dabbled with a few ideas. There was a couple names out there. There was Dexter Lawrence, Kyle Pitts. Maybe I put in a trade offer. Maybe I didn't. We'll have to see how the draft rolls out today of my trades and my trade ideas. But let's just say maybe I did put in a couple trade ideas for some players today. We'll see how those work out.
Just a few.
We'll see how those work out. Also, it is 2:00, so officially our Chat Sports merch is on sale, everybody. It is official. The Chat Sports merchandise is on sale for the next 3 hours. So if you want to get any of our Chat Sports merch, flash sale 20% off. I'm going to put the link down in the comment section for you. I'm going to put the link down there in the comment section for you. You can get our brand new logo t-shirt. It comes in black. It comes in navy. You can also get it in that H-Town blue as well. All of these are available right here. The link that I put down in the comment section. And only for the next 3 hours, they're all 20% off. You can also get our brand new Swarm Patrol t-shirt. This one is absolutely dope. It's actually the only shirt that we have in comfort colors, which is my preference of t-shirt. I like the comfort colors. You can get that in black. You can get that in navy. And then the newest addition to the Texans Today merch shop is our Will Anderson Jr. t-shirt. Absolutely fire. You can get that in black. You can get that in navy. And reminder, I told y'all, you get a helmet sticker if you buy a shirt today, and it's 20% off. So I want to lead Chat Sports in terms of shirt sales today because we're all live, and I kind of want to show off to the bosses. So if you want to get any of the Chat Sports shirts here on our website, today's the day to get it because it is on a flash deal because of our annual mock draft here at Chat Sports. I want to lead everybody. I'm a competitive person. So if you are in line, if you do want to, possibly get one of these shirts, today is the day because it is on sale, and I'm trying to kick all the other shows' butts today.
I will say, this baby blue shirt, has there ever been a bad baby blue sports logo, jersey, shirt?
And all I'm saying, this color belongs to Houston. That's all I'll say. This color belongs to Houston, maybe the Tar Heels as well.
I'd say that.
The Tar Heels and Houston. Those two teams own that shade of blue. That's all I'll say. Those frauds in Tennessee say otherwise, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So that is going to be going on, like I said, throughout the entire live show. It ends at 5 o'clock Central Time. And I can see whenever we have a new t-shirt sale. So if you want to, possibly help us out, help us beat all the other Chat Sports channels, I'll be able to shout out whoever in the chat is getting our t-shirts. All right, reminder, first pick is going down at 2:10. 2:10 is whenever the first selection is going to happen for this Chat Sports mock. We have a live mock draft coming up with all of our team picks. Then I'm going to break down my selections in the Chat Sports mock. And a reminder, we have that Texans mailbag at the end of today's show. So get that hashtag Texans in and super chat if you want to get on the program and want to get on that mailbag at the end of today's program.
This office just got so much louder at 2 o'clock. I love it.
Oh, yeah. It's the Chat Sports office is buzzing. I'll say that. The Chat Sports office is a buzzing. And I'm freaking ready. I'm ready to go. We got almost 100 people in the chat. Make sure to hit that like button. We're 1 like away from 50. We are 1 like away from 50 likes. And then we're about 5 minutes away from the Las Vegas Raiders being on the clock. Could they surprise everybody? Could they go anybody other than Fernando Mendoza?
I doubt it. I'm going to go Mendoza, number 1.
I think the Raider fans over there would absolutely riot if Mitch went anything other than Fernando Mendoza, number 1.
Just go Ty Simpson, man.
Tyson.
I mean, look at the first 8 weeks of the college season. That guy was the best quarterback.
Mitch takes off a mask. It's actually Dan Orlovsky. Texans Huddle has a good question for you, Mike. Yo, Mike, you think your Jets are pulling the trigger on Ty Simpson?
I doubt it. I think we're going to wait until 2027 to do anything quarterback related. Maybe later on in the draft we get a guy like Drew Aller or Cade Klubnik. I don't see us getting Simpson this year.
No. You think y'all are waiting more for next year's draft?
For sure. You look at the class next year, and I don't even like saying this because going into this year as well, this quarterback class is going to be amazing. And then we have guys like Klubnik and Aller, and it's supposed to be Arch Manning and Lenoris Sellers, and where are those guys right now? So who knows?
I'll always remember. We always are. Tom Downey, our draft expert here at Chat Sports, always does a way too early mock draft, and it's right after the draft. So he'll do one for next year as well. Right after this year's NFL draft, he'll do a way too early 2027 mock draft. And I remember, what was it? The 24 draft, the way too early one. He had Spencer Rattler number 1 to the Texans.
It just goes to show we don't know anything about anything.
Yeah, of course.
That's
of
why.
course. You know who does know a lot about a lot which is me and Mike. And that's how we win some money with our sponsor of today's show, Prize Picks. Give it up for our sponsor and presenter of today's show. Today's show is made possible by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the place to go if you love daily fantasy sports. Player picks are on fire right now with the playoff basketball getting going. There's no better place to cash in while watching sports than with Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks apps. To qualify for a Prize Picks lineup, it's super simple. Just pick 2 to 6 players and select more on stat projections, including, say, basketball. You're going points, rebounds, assists, three-pointers. And if you're going baseball, maybe you're going like hits, strikeouts, home runs, all of them available with our friends over at Prize Picks. And making a lineup, it's super simple. I actually have a pretty fire lineup, if you ask me, for basketball playoffs right here. I have a 3-pick power play, $5 to pay, $48.75. And I think this one's, a good lineup, in my opinion. I think I might win some money come Saturday night. I got Alpi going more on the double-double. It's also a demon pick. That's what that little red icon is. That means the payout is a little bit higher with those picks. I have the same one right here, Mr. Laurent. I got 2.5 3-pointers made. I'm going the more on that. And then I'm in with the points and assists combined at 23.5. Life's too short to take the less. So I'm going the more. You can copy my lineup. And it's also fun because you can follow me on the new social feeds tab over on Prize Picks. You can follow me. You can follow your friends. You can follow Mike if you want to and copy his lineups and say, hey, let's all make money at the same dang time. So we got a new user offer for you. Download the Prize Picks app today with the link in the comments and description and use code HMA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code HMA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. I'm going to put that link down in the comment section. It's also in the description of today's show. Shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's program. All righty. Shout out to our friends over at Prize Picks. We are 2 minutes away from the first pick. And shout out to Charles. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Sorry. My guy, pick 6. Didn't mean to do the government name there for you, pick 6. I'll put it in as pick 6 cards. Let's freaking go. Pick 6 cards getting us on the board. First t-shirt sold today. Reminder, 20% off all of our t-shirts during our live show today. Shout out to my guy Pick 6. Didn't mean to give the government name for my guy Pick 6 there at the beginning. I stopped myself though. We're all good. All right.
What do we think? Your big board?
Actually, I'm being told that Commissioner Sam Brown, who is playing our Roger Goodell, he's going up to the podium right now to announce that the Raiders are going to be on the clock. Spam boo in the chat. Spam boo in the chat. Here's our best available. We got Goodell going to the podium right now. Boo that man. Boo that man. Let's go. We got our commissioner going up to the podium right now. Boo that man. If you see him at the mall in Willowbrook, boo his ass. Boo his ass. And now it is officially on the clock. He has announced the Las Vegas Raiders are on the clock right now with the first overall pick. Get those boos down below. Let's freaking go. I wonder who he'll take at 1.
I honestly have no idea.
I wonder who he'll take at 1.
I don't know, man.
Let's freaking go. If you're ready for our pick here on Texans Today, go down and like the video. Literally, Mitch is in the studio right here. I can hear him screaming right now. I think they took Mendoza.
You think so?
I think they took Mendoza. I don't know if he's going to take the full minute to make the pick. That would be very Mitch fashion to do that.
That's awesome.
Oh, I saw Aaron Wilson say the Texans' second and third round pick. I thought they just made a trade right now, but no. He's just saying Billy Miller, retired tight end for the Texans, is announcing the second and third round pick for the Texans. Shout out to Billy Miller. Actually, some Texans lore. Billy Miller, he scored the game-winning touchdown against the Cowboys in their first regular season game.
I have some breaking news, Chuggs. The pick is in.
The pick is in.
It is Fernando Mendoza.
The Las Vegas Raiders select Fernando Mendoza. Go down and grade the pick for me, A, B, C, D, or F. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're going to keep the live sub counter on for you because I'm trying to get to 50,000 by the time the draft starts. Help me out. Hit that sub button. Just Harry says A plus from Grayson. A from Anointed Stan. No surprise there.
No.
This is where I think we might get some fireworks. My guy Dylan is making the picks for the Jets. Mike, you're a Jets fan. Who would you pick here?
I think it's easy. I'm going Orville Reese with this pick. I think it's going to be David Bailey. Maybe not in this. Number 2. The pick is in.
Oh my God. Shout out to Daniel as well.
We have a shocker.
Daniel got 2 shirts. I'm getting you in there for 2. I'm getting you in there, Daniel, for 2 helmet stickers.
Little off the board here, Chuggs.
Oh,
Here
wow.
we go. Here
Caleb
we
Downs, number 2 overall.
Good God.
Is that a shocking pick for y'all? I didn't think Caleb Williams would go number 2.
No. Wow.
Do you like the pick?
I would get Reese. I prefer Downs, and somebody just told me to go F myself in the in Slack, but that's cool. I'm not even making the picks. All right.
Oh my goodness! We've got a trade.
Whoa.
The Cardinals are trading out of the 3rd pick with the Kansas City Chiefs. The Cardinals get pick 9 and pick 40. I wonder if they get another pick in there for the 3rd. I mean, if I was the Cardinals, I would want a 1st-round pick in next year's draft. Wow, our first trade of the day. The Kansas City Chiefs trade up to the number 3rd overall pick. If you're the Chiefs, are you maybe looking Arva? Are you looking D-line? Are you looking Jeremiah Love?
I have a prediction. It's going to be Ruben Bain.
You think it's going to be Ruben Bain?
I think it's going to be Ruben Bain. Man, I don't know. I would go Reese. I mean, as I said, I'd get him at 2.
I agree with Anointed Stan. You don't trade with the Chiefs. What are they doing?
Unbelievable start here, Chuggs.
Oh, my goodness.
What a time to be alive. The Chiefs are now on the clock.
All right, it says the Chiefs pick is in. Or at least that's what I saw, I think, from Sam. Wow, the Chiefs go edge rusher David Bailey. They don't go I thought they might have gone Jeremiah Love there.
Man.
The Chiefs.
You're forgetting Kenneth Walker, man.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's all right.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
That makes sense to not go. Wow, they go up to 3 to get David Bailey. Wow.
How about that?
Very interesting pick. I see this as maybe a Chris Jones replacement in the future. He's getting up there in age.
Looks like the pick
for
is
the
in
Chiefs.
at 5.
Our mock draft is going quick, ladies and gentlemen.
Pick is
the
in. It's
Titans
Sonny
pick
Styles.
is in. Boo in the chat. They're going Sonny Styles, linebacker from Ohio State. Boo the Titans in the chat. Spam F Titans. The Titans have decided to go middle linebacker at pick 4. Wow.
What do we think Sam's thinking right now? Commissioner Sam.
Commissioner Sam. I don't know, dude.
He's got a lot going on there.
This mock draft has been pretty interesting so far. My friend Marshall Green over there on Giants Now, they're on the clock with pick number 5. I will say,
Reese available.
want to give a quick shout out to Daniel H. and Pick 6 Cards. Daniel H., I gave you 2 helmet stickers. He got not only the Swarm t-shirt, he also got the Will Anderson t-shirt. So shout out to Daniel H., an absolute real one.
There we go.
Oh, I see you in the chat right there. Let's freaking go. Appreciate you, Daniel. Wow. So no Love. No Jeremiah Love yet. Does he fall past the Giants?
I think he might.
I don't know if Marshall suspected Jeremiah Love to get to number 5.
We have the pick. It is in. We are wrong.
The Giants are going to select Jeremiah Love, running back from Notre Dame.
Wow.
A lot of people view him as the number 1 player in this draft. The Giants, they get him at number 5. It makes sense, though, because even though talent-wise the number 1, I don't see in my lifetime a running back going number 1 overall in the NFL draft.
No,
anytime soon.
The closest we've seen to that was Barkley back in 18, but Love is on that level of a Barkley, of a Bijan, of a Genti, so I really don't mind this for the Giants at all. Scadaboo's coming off a major injury. I don't mind this for the Giants.
I agree, Just Harry. I think this is a good pick. Do you think this is the steal of the draft? Why for yes and for no? I think Love at 5 for the Giants. You give Jackson Dart another weapon.
Yep. That should be your main priority. If you're the Giants, it should be surrounding your young quarterback with the most amount of weapons possible. See what he is before you have to pay him.
Very interesting. And then I know our guy J.O.D. with the Browns, he's been wheeling or dealing. Can we see another trade back here?
I think we're going to see a
trade. We saw one trade happen already. It was what?
Dallas is on the clock.
Wow, and there it is, our second trade. Wow. The Dallas Cowboys are trading up to pick number 6. They are sending pick 12 and pick 20 to the Cleveland Browns for pick 6. I think that's a fleece.
Holy fleece.
I think that's a fleece job. I think the Dallas Cowboys just got fleeced.
The Browns will have 12, 18, and 20.
Oh my gosh.
Ridiculous.
Tom Downey, he must be cosplaying as Jerry Jones today. Because this is a very Jerry Jones-esque move.
My goodness. The pick is in.
The pick is in. Oh, I actually love this pick.
I mean, how did he fall?
Arvell Reese.
What are we doing?
Goes all the way to pick 6. Does that change our mind a little bit with the fleece job? The fact that they're getting Arvell Reese.
That's if you're going to do that, it's for a guy like Reese. I mean, I do like that a lot for the Cowboys.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
This is grade the pick for me. I think this is maybe a B move.
Crazy.
Here we go. Washington on the clock. No, we have another trade.
No, we don't.
Oh my gosh.
You're kidding me.
The Miami Dolphins have traded up from pick 11. I mean, considering what the Cowboys just gave up.
Yeah.
I think the Commanders just got a little fleeced right here.
I think you get a little bit more.
You only have to give up a 3rd round pick to get into the top 10.
Yep.
I mean, the pick ahead of you, they just got 2 first rounders.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Oh yeah, that's a little bit of a fleece job there.
Well, let's see who's on the board. Best
available. Who do we think Miami's going with?
Ruben Bain is still there.
Ruben
Carnell
Bain
Tate.
is still,
you know what?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Carnell Tate here.
Oh, it did the thing for the L3.
The thing?
Look at the L3.
Yeah. It did. Apologies.
It did the thing.
Apologies, Texans fans.
No, you're good. You're good. If a trade happens, our thing kind of glitches out if you keep the same pick on the clock. All good. All good. But the Miami Dolphins now are on the clock at pick number 7. I wonder who they're going to select. Daniel said Dallas pick 6 sounds about right. Yeah, seems like a very Dallas-esque thing. Here we go. If you're just now joining us, make sure to hit that subscribe button. This is the Chat Sports mock draft, our annual mock draft, and there it is. You were right.
Yeah.
The Dolphins moved up to select Ruben Bain Jr., defensive end out of Miami.
Wow.
Okay. You know what? Very surprising.
He's arguably the best edge rusher in this class.
I will say this, though. This is very un-NFL draft-like.
Yes.
Because we have yet to see a single offensive lineman off the board.
Yeah, well, there really isn't that one guy this year.
Yeah.
Like usually there's one guy where it's like he has to be a top 5 pick, top 6 pick. We have Francis Mauigoa, we have some other guys up there, but I'm not sure if there's that one guy that needs to be drafted.
This pick does make sense for Miami, right? I
think so.
Bradley Chubb.
Yep.
Losing him.
To a divisional rival.
They need more pass rush. I mean, they need a lot over there in Miami. I don't know if they expect to win this year, but this is a good, base.
I don't mind it.
You keep Ruben Bain in Miami.
Right.
University of Miami, going to the Miami Dolphins.
It could be
like that. Interested to see what my friend Trizzy Trace here does for his New Orleans Saints. He was telling me he's looking at some offensive weapons, so I think we might get the first wide receiver off the board
Carnell
here.
Tate here.
I think we might get a Carnell Tate, might get a Jordan Tyson.
Yeah, who's your favorite receiver in this draft?
Oh, honestly,
And let us know in the comments, please.
I think there's a lot of depth, but there's not a clear one.
There he goes.
Trace didn't think that, though. My guy Trace with the New Orleans Saints, he has selected Carnell Tate, wide receiver out of Ohio State. Very interesting there. Carnell Tate going to the New Orleans Saints at pick 8. Just Harry said, good pick. Good ass pick. Yeah. Great pick. First wide receiver off the board. They need help. They want to build around Tyler Shuck.
Right.
From what my guy Trace has been telling me over there on our Saints channel, they have belief in Tyler Shuck. So why not try to build around him?
Yeah, no, as I said before with Jeremiah Love and Dart, like you want to surround these quarterbacks when they're not being paid with as much as possible, or you get into a situation maybe like the Houston Texans where you're getting into Stroud's 5th year and you're not exactly sure whether to pay him or not. This could be a tough spot.
Yeah, they want to go all in while they have him on a rookie deal.
Right.
It is going to be tough, though, because they did not select him in the first round. So there is no fifth-year option on Tyler Shuck. They're going to have to make that decision a little quicker there with, whether or not they want to extend him or possibly draft somebody else. And this, I makes sense to go in all in this year on him and be like, we got to, make or break. Is he the guy moving forward? Because a lot of people view next year's quarterback draft class to be one of the better ones in the coming years, right? C.J. Carr out of Notre Dame, Arch Manning if he can get his stuff figured out. There's a lot of good quarterbacks that could come out next year.
Definitely.
Lenore Sellers if he gets back on track. And there it is. Even though I didn't love the value he got for trading back.
Well, they're rumored to do that at 3 anyway.
Yeah. You still get Francis Mauigoa, which that's what they wanted, right? They have Paris Johnson. Remember, the Cardinals drafted their left tackle, Paris Johnson, whenever the Texans traded up for Will Anderson Jr.
Yeah.
So they have their left tackle in Paris Johnson. They needed a right tackle. That's where Mauigoa kind of slots in there. They trade back. They get an extra pick. And honestly, I think if they weren't able to trade at 3, this might have been the pick anyways. Maybe they go David Bailey there for themselves.
Well, all JOD tells me about the Cardinals is that they don't want Arvell Reese, which does confuse me a little bit.
Yeah.
See, that's where I'd go. I mean,
he's a great player.
I think he's an amazing player, and I think we have to look at these college prospects. Sometimes we fail to understand that these guys are still developing as players. They're not finished products when we draft them. We got the pick in.
Here we go in the first corner now selected. Mansour Delane out of LSU. Mansour Delane out of LSU, taken with the number 10 pick for the Cincinnati Bengals. Very interesting so far. All right, we're going to go ahead and recap the top 10 picks if you're just now joining us. This is the Chat Sports annual mock draft. So every single team channel is live. We're all acting as the GMs. I am Nick Casario today. I am the Texans GM. And so far, it's the selection one.
Okay.
Yeah. So far, we are 10 picks through this mock draft. This is what we got so far. Fernando Mendoza, no surprise, goes number 1 to the Las Vegas Raiders. Then you get Arvell Reese, number 2 to... this is...
incorrect.
This is incorrect. Yeah.
Let's get that off the screen.
Yeah. Sorry. This is the correct one.
There we are.
Yeah, I was going to say it was Fernando Mendoza, then Caleb Downs went number 2 to the New York Jets. We had a trade up. The Kansas City Chiefs traded up to number 3 to get David Bailey. Sonny Styles went number 4 overall to the Tennessee Titans. Boo the Titans down below in the chat. Then we had Jeremiah Love, maybe the best value pick for how he's everywhere I look. He's the number 1 rated player in this draft class.
Yeah,
he goes number 5 to the Giants. Arvell Reese goes number 6 to the Cowboys. They traded both their first round picks to go up with the Cleveland Browns. Reuben Bain goes to the Miami Dolphins, who also traded up to pick 7. Carnell Tate, I like that pick by my guy Trace. They're at number 8. Then Francis Mauigoa to the Arizona Cardinals at 9. Then Mansour Delane, the cornerback from LSU, goes number 10. And a quick reminder, we have all of our merch on sale right now, 20% off. And I am proud to say Texans Today is in the lead in terms of shirts sold today. We have 4 shirts sold today. I think the next closest is 3. I want to prove to my bosses that Texans Today should be one of the top channels here at Chat Sports. So if you're interested in getting any of our merch today, during this live show, we have a 20% off flash sale going on. If you're interested in any of these shirts, today is the day to get them. And it helps prove to my bosses that Texans Today should be the #1 channel here at Chat Sports. So we have our show logo t-shirt. We have the Will Anderson t-shirt as well as the Terminator. And then we have our Swarm Patrol t-shirts, all of them available in this link. I just put it down in the comment section for you. Right as I say that, the Raiders channel just got another sale. It's all good, though. It's all good.
They're tough to keep up with.
We're tied now. We're tied. We're good. We're good. As my late mother would call them, the Tennessee tampons. That's funny. That's funny.
Not bad.
But yeah, if you're interested in any of these shirts today, 20% off during our live mock today, as we are about to get into the next 10 picks in our mock draft. Very interesting to see how these picks roll in here. Last pick was Mansour Delane there for the LSU Tigers going to the Cincinnati Bengals. Dallas just got a sale. Kathy Williams says, I would like a female style shirt. Okay, you know what? I can talk to our design team to maybe get a female, like for our show logo or those, in a female cut shirt for you, Kathy Williams. I'll talk to him and see what I can do. I'm glad you mentioned that because, obviously me being a guy, I'm not, thinking about those things. But appreciate you, Kathy, for reaching out. I will try to see if that's a possibility. Number 11, the pick is in. Number 11, the pick is in. The Washington Commanders are selecting Makai Lemon.
Wow.
Which a lot of people are kind of split on this pick. They view him as maybe one of the best, wide receivers in the draft talent-wise, but I don't know if off-the-field concerns is the right way to put it.
Well, it's just those interviews at the Combine were a little sketchy, no?
Tracy R. puts us back in the lead. Tracy R. just bought 2 shirts. Let's go, Tracy.
Come on.
Let's freaking go. Tracy R. getting 2 helmet stickers, putting us back in the lead for shirts sold today. Let's go. Love that, Tracy. Appreciate it. Woo! She said, can't wait to get them. Let's go. Can't wait to get them. Let's freaking go.
There we go.
Anointed Stan says A-. His interviews were a bit suspect.
He's a hell of a player.
And now if you're the Cleveland Browns, I think whenever I was talking to our Browns host, J.O.D., he was telling me Aaron just bought a t-shirt as well. Let's go, Aaron. He was telling me he wants offensive linemen to fall to him if he trades back.
Looks that way.
There's only one taken, so he can still get anybody he wants.
There it is.
Spencer Fano goes.
That was a potential target for the Texans, no?
Possibly. If he fell far enough, 100%, right? Like, he translates to what I've been told is he could play every position along the offensive line. Could be a really good center at the next level. Play tackle at Utah. Can also transition to guard. Like, can kind of play wherever you want. Ryosaurus, hello, Chuggs. Long time no see. What's up, Ryosaurus? How we doing? I think this is a great... you get 2 first-rounders for trading back, and you still get your guy. I think, my guy, J.O.D., is killing the draft so far.
Well, they just lost so much on the offensive line, so they had to supplement it somehow. Maybe they use their next pick. I think they have another pick at 18, another pick at 20 in this one, so we'll see where they go from there.
We'll see. Shout out to Aaron D. Shout out to Tracy R. Appreciate y'all.
Pick is in for the Rams. There goes a potential Texans target with a trade up. It's Kenyon Sadiq.
Kenyon Sadiq, number 13.
Wow.
Oh.
Man.
Wow. Real Sleepy said someone donated $100 to take over the pick, and they picked Fano. All right, so I'll be completely transparent with y'all. I was going to trade up for Sadiq at 15. I had a trade in line with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to move up to 15 to take Kenyon Sadiq. Goes right before our pick at 13. Dang.
Goes another skill position guy. It's Jordan Tyson at 14 for the Ravens.
Jordan Tyson goes 14, and I do think if the Rams go somewhere else at 13, I think he still goes Tyson, and we make the pick here at 15.
Yep. Yeah, Ravens don't. They just extended Andrews. They lost likely, but I don't think they.
Aaron D just got another shirt. Let's
go,
go,
baby. Come on.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry, guys. I'll say this. I tried to trade up for Sadiq. I told Mikey if he gets the 15, he's ours. He goes right before us at pick 13. Dang. Tyler Y, let's go. Tyler Y just bought a shirt to give us a little bit more of a lead. Shout out to Tyler. Oh wow. I'm a little upset.
Yeah, I mean, you go in, you anticipate. Picture how these GMs feel on draft night. They go in with a plan. They say, we're going to trade up for this player if he's there. He goes right before. It's a tough job being a GM.
Condition says, damn, you're fired. Hey, you win some, you lose some.
Is Reed maybe looking to trade out of this pick? A long time here.
I think Reed was suspecting
Sadiq and the trade with you.
Yeah.
Someone says trade for Vega. If you guys had to trade up, who would it be for right now? Tampa Bay is in.
If you wanted to trade up for somebody, I think Vega would be the guy, right?
It's Keldrick Falk. Whoa.
Keldrick Falk goes at 15.
All right. I don't love
That's a pick.
Yeah, it's certainly a pick. I'll tell you that much. I'm not too much of a fan of it, but hey, to each their own. Take a look at who's on the board here.
Vega, Eon, Jermod McCoy. These are the best available right now. Monroe Freeling, if you told me that he was at pick 16,
yeah.
I mean, that might be a name that I'm willing to trade up for too.
Yeah. He's got a wide range of outcomes. Can go anywhere from 6 to Cleveland to, I don't know, late 20s. All these offensive linemen, we really have no idea where these guys are going to end up.
Yeah. Dylan Thieneman there, 4th best available going on. You also have Caden Proctor. A lot of good offensive linemen still on the board.
Yeah.
Casey Concepcion, Omar Cooper Jr., Emmanuel McNeil Warren. Those are the top 8 best available right now. The Jets are on the clock at 16. And the pick is in. The New York Jets. They went Caleb Downs, number 2.
Wow.
They come back and they get Akeem Mesidor at 16. How do we feel about that? Remember, my producer Mike is a Jets fan.
JTS.
How do we feel about that?
I think if he was, so he's 25 years old. If he was 22, he'd be no doubt a top 10 pick. I think he's arguably just as good as Bain. But for where the Jets are, we're not really going to be competing this season.
So you're saying you like him a little on the younger side?
Could have been a better pick. Hold on. In college football, of course. NFL draft, of course. Resume.
All right. So the Jets go Akeem Mesidor. That's a quick turnaround. I'm being told that our Lions host, Micro Mike, just got the pick in at 17. And he's going offensive lineman, Caden Proctor. We have a trade, folks.
Hello.
We have a trade, folks. The Giants are on the clock.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
The Giants are trading Dexter Lawrence to the Minnesota Vikings. Who do you think wins this trade? Type V for Vikings. Type G for Giants. Wow.
Wow.
The Vikings give up a 1st and a 3rd round pick for Dexter Lawrence. And the Giants are now back on the clock.
Whoa.
Anointed Stan says, Pat is cooking. Our guy Patrick Seatman, Seeps, you're a liar. Seeps, you lied to me. I asked Seep straight up, are you training for Dexter Lawrence? And he told me no.
Wow.
Straight up. Told me no. Seeps, you're a massive liar.
Wow.
Who do you think wins this trade? Giants or Vikings? What do you think?
I'm going with the Giants only because I think they can afford to do this. You know, you have a good front seven already. I think you can afford to do this. You're trying to surround Dart, as we said. Here's another pick to help Dart out. I'm going to guess it's on the offensive side of the football. Maybe Jordan Tyson?
Maybe. The Giants' pick is in at 18.
Well, it does help out Dart.
Wow, okay. So he's going best lineman available. There goes our dreams of possibly trading up for Vega Ione.
Wow.
Wow. Vega Ione off the board.
Take a look at who's available here. Thieneman's still on the board.
Thieneman's still on the board. A couple of the top guys taken off recently. Monroe Freeling's still there.
Yeah, he's sliding. Oh, my God. JOD would love that at 20.
The villain says, Jeremy, try to trade down. Let me know. Should I type S for stay, type T for trade down? Because I'll say this. I do have a trade down that I have done the working on. Should I stay at 28 or trade down? Let me know down below. As we get the next pick in, and it's Dylan Thieneman.
Wow.
Goes to the Carolina Panthers.
That's a good pick. I think he's, aside from Caleb Downs, of course, best safety in this class.
Ryosaurus called it right before. He said, this is where Thieneman goes. Daniel, that was my plan to trade up and get Kenyon Sadiq. That was my plan. I wonder if JOD goes double O-line. Because I believe, didn't he take Spencer Fano at 12?
It was Fano at 12.
Yeah, so does JOD double dip on the offensive lineman?
He could. I mean, he's got 20 right here, and then he's got 24.
He's got 20 and 24. He can get that true left tackle. Oh, and we got multiple. Yay. Let's freaking go. Jose R. just bought 4 shirts.
Whoa.
Let's freaking go.
Let's go, baby.
Jose R. just bought 4 shirts. Are you freaking kidding me? Appreciate you. We are squarely in the lead now in terms of shirts sold today.
Good stuff.
Oh, same order? Okay. He said it might be a bug. Jose, let me know. Did you mean to get 4 shirts or did you do
J-O-D. Omar Cooper Jr. goes to the Browns at 20.
Wow.
Over Jordan Tyson.
Arnold says he thinks it might be a bug. Jose, let me know. Did you get 2 or 4? It might have just been a reporting bug on our end.
Tyson is off the board. That's my mistake. So Cooper goes as the 4th receiver.
Omar Cooper Jr.
Yeah, he's been linked to my Jets a good amount. I don't have him graded this highly. I'd go maybe back end of the first round if I'm going with Cooper, but
Daniel said if Sadiq is gone, trade down. Possibly. We have another quick break in the action, and I will give a quick shout out to all the people who have gotten the Chat Sports shirt. Okay, yeah. Arnold said it's just a reporting bug. You didn't get charged twice. Jose R. You got 2 shirts. I got you covered, Jose. You know what? I'm still going to give you 4 helmet stickers, Jose R. I appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you so much. We have a quick break in the action. Reminder, we are currently number 1 in terms of shows with our sales in terms of our Chat Sports merch. So shout out to y'all. If you love today's stream, we are 12 likes away from 100. Help us out. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Let's freaking go. Jordan just got a couple t-shirts. Oh my goodness. Jordan M just got 2 t-shirts. If you want to help us prove to my bosses that the Texans Today is the #1 channel here at Chat Sports, I'm going to put the link in there for you. 20% off all of our shirts today on our website. Someone says, trade up and get Lee Hunter or Anthony Hill.
Anthony Hill in the first.
Maybe CJ Allen. We'll see. We'll see. Jordan M. Freaking legend. Let's go. I actually like that one if you want to go to it.
Okay.
What position do you not want me to take in round 1? Let me know. What position don't the Texans need to draft?
Pittsburgh is back on the clock.
Pittsburgh back on the clock. Reminder, if you want to get any of our Texans Today merch, 20% off today. Let's freaking go. The Pittsburgh Steelers are back on the clock. At 21, where do we think Pittsburgh is going?
Man, it is Sperry. He's been wheeling, he's been dealing.
Jose Rangel, hey, I appreciate the hell out of you. You got 2 shirts today.
Whoa.
Helped us get in the lead.
How about this for a selection?
Wow.
Little early.
KC Concepcion goes to the Pittsburgh Steelers at 21. I was thinking he might be there in the second round for the Texans.
Yeah, I thought so too. I mean, did you see his letter today to the Players Tribune?
I did not. What did it say?
It was an open letter to all these GMs, and it was basically just like, I'm going to work harder than everybody else. I'm always open. I don't drop passes. You should draft me. That was a summary of it.
I mean, anybody who's going to the league that doesn't think that about themselves, you probably don't belong in the league.
Wow.
A little early for me, though.
Yeah, him going receiver there doesn't shock me. He's been talking about. I think he got a little bit screwed out of Omar Cooper. He's been talking about Omar Cooper for a long time.
Sperry is one of our draft analysts. Is this the worst pick of the draft so far? Yes or no? Let me know down below. Is this the worst pick of the draft so far? I think the best draft right now might be going to either the Browns. Mm-hmm. They got Fanu and Omar Cooper, or the Giants got Jeremiah Love
Vega Iona.
and Vega Iona.
Yeah. Don't mind that one at all from
Just
Marsh.
Harry says mid-pick.
Whoa. I'm getting a lot of questionable things happening here.
TJ Parker.
Was he a No, he wasn't. He's an edge.
Edge rusher from Clemson.
This past season for Parker, just a little disappointing. He went into the year as a top 10 projected pick. If you were at a mock draft for this year a year ago, you'd be seeing TJ Parker, but not a great season from him in terms of the expectations versus what he did, but maybe the NFL team drafted him hoping they can get the most out of Parker.
Here we go. TJ Parker. I think that's a little high on him. I think there's some more favorable edge rushers that I would want to look at.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Zion Young,
Monroe
maybe?
Freeling still hasn't gone yet.
All right.
I'm interested to see what the Eagles do here as well. Mm-hmm. Because do they try to get a replacement for Lane Johnson?
Pick is
in his final years.
Looks like they are.
Wow. Max Ahinachor.
Wow. I know Alper is upset. You might be upset.
I'll tell you this. You just accepted the trade down already.
Did he?
Yeah. Pick six card says, I'm wearing my Texans Today shirt right now.
We got that ball in here.
Always got that ball on me. Very interesting pick. And I guess this is along the lines of thinking I was just talking about, right?
Yep.
Lane Johnson probably in his last year. They're drafting his replacement for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
I like the value there, but I will say you have Monroe Freeling on the board. The fact that all these guys are going ahead of him, a little head scratching, right?
I think it is. I would have taken, speaking of Monroe Freeling, there he goes.
Wow. I mean,
with no picture.
Oh, push it again.
Yep. There we go.
There we go.
There he is.
The Browns have won. I mean, I don't know how many times we've said this before in the current draft era. The Browns have won the draft so far. Monroe Freeling, Spencer Fano, and Omar Cooper Jr. in round 1.
Wow.
I'm messaging JOD right now.
We can take a look at who's
oh my
still
goodness
available.
The best available.
Who's the best player on this board right now? You guys let us know.
Jermon McCoy, Emmanuel Warren, Chris Johnson, Caleb Lomu. Then you got Denzel Boston, Avion Terrell, Blake Miller, Colton Hood, Kayden McDonald, Chase Bisontis, Peter Woods, Malachi Lawrence. A lot of good players left.
Yeah.
Almost to the Texans pick here at 28. Almost to the Texans pick here at 28. Jose says Browns masterclass. They're cooking right now, man. They are cooking. And right now the Bears are on the clock.
This is a good pick.
And that's a really good pick by Harry. Jermon McCoy, cornerback from Tennessee. I believe this is only the second cornerback that's been taken in round 1.
Yeah.
David C. just bought 2 t-shirts.
Ew.
David C. We're cooking.
Come on now.
We're cooking. Let's go. We're also 6 likes away from 100. David C. in the building. Said, let me pad that lead real quick. 5 likes away from 100. And David C. got 2 of the Will Anderson Jr. t-shirts coming to you.
Yeah, those ones are nice. I will say.
They're very fresh. You will never get this. You will never get this.
And then one day he got this.
And one day he gets it. Oh my gosh, we are so close to this Texans pick.
Yeah.
Jermon McCoy.
That's a great pick. I mean, look, he missed all last year, but man, was he was incredible.
He's a big boomer bust project.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
it's all health with him.
If he was draft eligible after last season, he might have gone way earlier. Wow. This is a little bit of a reach in my opinion.
Yeah, well, it's
Jacob Rodriguez.
He's hard to gauge because he was arguably the best defensive player in college last year. Probably the best linebacker in all of college football. Tested pretty damn well. I mean, it's tough. I've seen him in the range anywhere from like around here to...
Do you like this pick, chat? Let me know. Y for yes, in for no.
Let's see.
Jacob Rodriguez at 26. I don't know if I would have taken him at 28.
Yeah.
Like 38, we're talking, right?
Yeah.
And maybe that's just me trying to, work the draft boards and like where my big board is at,
right.
But I would love it in round 2.
Smitty.
Round 1 seems like a little bit of a reach.
Yeah, I think early second is where I'd look. If the Jets were to get him at 33, for example, just throwing out a random example, of course. Wouldn't have
Yardley just bought a t-shirt.
I'm getting a lot of Mike, I feel bad that you're a Jets fan. Why is that? Why? I don't get it. What's going on?
I mean,
what's so bad about being a Jets fan, guys?
The Jets have the 3rd longest drought without a playoff win. Does anybody know the top 2 teams? The Jets are 3rd in terms of longest drought without a playoff win.
Oh, man. I know one of them. I won't spoil it. Who was the other? I can't think of the other. I know the one that's from around, I think it's 2000 is their last playoff win. Who was the one before us?
So there's 2 teams that are worse than y'all.
Yeah.
It is the Las Vegas Raiders.
The Raiders, right.
And the Miami Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
Evan, the Dolphins are the worst team in terms of longest playoff drought without a win. Oh, I love this pick.
Yeah,
by
pretty late, too.
The Niners,
like
Emmanuel Warren, safety from Toledo. And that means your Houston Texans are on the clock.
Oh, baby.
Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. What are we going to do, Texans fans? We are on the clock. Where are we going? Where are we going?
Come on now. What do we think? Let us know.
And we are no longer on the clock.
Oh!
The Houston
Whoa!
Texans are trading back.
Whoa!
There's so many good guys on the board. We can trade back, right? We're trading back. A super simple trade with the New England Patriots. We move back 3 spots. We pick up an extra 4th. There's people that I would take at 28 or 31, and I think they're both still be on the board.
That's a good trade. That's a good trade.
We moved back 2 spots,
Yeah.
3 spots, and we got a 4th.
I like that.
Grade the trade, A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know.
Oh, that's not it.
Grade the trade for me. A, B, C, D, or F. How did I do, chat? You can just read only pick to trade.
Yeah, right.
So now the New England Patriots are on the board at pick 28. And then just the L3 whenever you.
Yep.
Do we like the trade? I think this is the best value. I mean, we move back. We're going to get the same guy, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And we picked up an extra 4th.
Pick is in.
A's. I see nothing but A's.
It's a good trade.
Somebody said that's horrible. You could have gotten a lot more. I think if I traded out of round 1, I could have gotten a lot more. I was working for his 3rd. You know, we ended up saying, all right, I'll let you move up, get an extra 4th. Caleb Lomu wasn't going to take him anyways.
All right.
Was not going to take him anyways. So we're still fine, chat. Brandon says W for week. You think? We'll see. I'm still on the board here in just another minute.
Who do we got here?
We still have a lot of options, folks. We still have a lot of options here.
You think about trading back again?
Do I trade back again?
What I've noticed about this draft is the prospects from around like 20 to 40, at least that consensus, a lot of them are like, we could argue all day about which guy's better. If you could move back from 31 to 36, 31 to 35, like, and you could pick up maybe a 2nd, 3rd rounder. Probably not a 2nd, maybe a 3rd.
Yeah. Let's look at the best available. What position should I target? Let me know down below. What position should I target? Best available on our big board right now, Chris Johnson, cornerback from San Diego State.
Like this pick.
Like this pick as well. The Chiefs are going Colton Hood, cornerback from Tennessee. They just traded away Trent McDuffie, so they obviously need corner. They get their corner at pick 29, and you also pair that with the fact that they traded up to 3 and got David Bailey.
Right.
A big defensive draft for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, well, Hood's the guy who stepped in. We talk about how much we love McCoy. Hood's the guy who stepped in. He wasn't really expected to do that, transferred in.
He's not the step corner. He's the corner that stepped up.
That's beautiful. That's just beautiful. You don't get that anywhere else but here, and that's why you subscribe.
The Miami pick is in. Who are the Dolphins going with? They're going with cornerback Chris Johnson.
Who's on the clock?
So that means your Houston Texans are on the clock. Spam those H's.
Let's go, baby. Who do we want? Let's show the people again who is at our disposal with this 31st pick. Kayden McDonald is a name.
Denzel Boston had a top 30 with the Texans. Chase Bisontis, he was mocked a ton to the Houston Texans at 28. Do we trade back and still get him? Peter Woods, Malachi Lawrence, Zion Young had a top 30 visit with the Houston Texans. Cassius Howell, he's been mentioned a lot with this team. D'Angelo Pons.
We on the phones again or what?
Let's see. Who am I going? Who am I going with? I'm sending it in. The Houston Texans with the 31st overall pick in the Chat Sports 2026 mock draft are selecting Kayden McDonald, defensive tackle from Ohio. Woo! Let's go. We pick up an extra 4th, and I get the guy who I was going to get at 28 anyways, folks. I'm getting the same guy that I wanted at 28 this past year. At Ohio State, 65 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 10 pressures. He is a stout run stopper in the middle. only 21 years old. Our scouting report, a plug-and-play nose tackle, clogging run gaps, powerful to control opposing linemen, and has enough burst to get some push. Wasn't offering much as a pass rusher, but let's be honest. How many sacks is he going to get just sitting there in the middle of the defensive line? Will Anderson Jr., Daniil Hunter rushing the edge. I love this pick. You have another defensive tackle you can rotate in with Tommy Togai, with Sheldon Rankins. The Houston Texans are getting one in Kayden McDonald. This is what Dane Brugler had to say. McDonald will require time to develop a pass rush identity, but his dominant run game qualities make him immediately useful from different interior alignments. He projects as an early down rookie with a role that should continue to expand. Let me know. Grade the pick for me. A, B, C, D, or F. Wow. The Pittsburgh Steelers are trading up, and they are going to select Emmanuel Pregnon.
Yeah,
wow.
I like that pick a lot.
Yeah.
I won't lie to you.
That's actually the other person I was considering there at the Houston Texans pick.
That's a good pick. He was the best guard in college football. I mean, I like Vega, but last year I think Pregnon only due to have over an 85 run grade in PFF, over an 85 grade PFF run grade and pass grade. He was awesome. A guy that I would have liked my Jets to have.
I would have liked him. I was hoping that he would get there to me later on.
Yeah,
I will go ahead and say this. We do have a break in the action between round 1 and round 2. Got to tell you about our sponsor of today's program, and that is Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. We'll run down the entire first round and all the picks that went down. But first, me and Mike, we love making money and watching sports at the same time. And Mike, you know the best place to do that?
I think I do.
It's called Prize Picks.
Oh.
Prize Picks is what makes today's show possible. Prize Picks is the place to go if you love daily fantasy sports. Player picks are on fire right now with playoff basketball getting going, and there's no better place to cash in while watching sports than Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks apps. It is super simple. All you got to do is pick 2 to 6 player stat projections and then go more or less. And we're talking basketball. You can go points, rebounds, assists, three-pointers. We're talking another sport, maybe, baseball. You can go hits, home runs, strikeouts, hockey. You can do shots on goal.
Yeah,
you can do points. I mean, the possibilities are endless, and you don't have to do a lineup that's just one sport. If you want to mix up basketball and baseball, basketball and hockey, esports, tennis, all of it available with our friends over at Prize Picks. And I have a lineup for you for this Saturday night. I'm going for H-Town, so I had to put in a 3-pick power play, $5 to pay $48.75, and going Alpi with the more on the double-double. You see the demon pick right there? That means the payout, it's a little bit bigger on that. Also, Brawny, I'm going at 2.5 on the 3-pointers made, and that's big Braun, not little Brawny. Big Braun, I'm going 2.5 3-pointers made, another demon pick, so the payout a little higher. And then Amen, points and assists combined, 23.5. Life's too short to take the less, so I'm going the more on that. If this all happens, I'm making $48.75 on just $5.
There you go.
Really, I think that's great, in terms of this lineup and, what
value.
you can win, especially while watching your favorite team play. If you want to copy my lineup, you can follow me in the social feeds tab. And while you are checking it out, make sure to use our new user offer. Download the Prize Picks app today with the link in the comments and description and use code HMA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code HMA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. I'm putting that link down in there for you. If you're a new user, make sure to use our link and use that code HMA to get that $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. All right, we're going to quickly go through the trade or the picks that have happened. Emmanuel Pregnon was the last pick in round 1 to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I have to check something real quick. Hold up.
Sure.
If you want to talk about the picks that have happened so far,
sure,
Mike.
All right, kicked it off. Obviously, we got Fernando Mendoza. We know that's the pick at 1. Caleb Downs really just got this roller coaster going for us with the Jets at 2. We don't think that's going to happen, but Downs, best safety in this draft, arguably the best player on that Ohio State defense. David Bailey, the Chiefs trade all the way up to 3 with the Cardinals to get him. Styles off the board. Jeremiah Love, you want to help out Jackson Dart, Great pick for the Giants. Arvell Reese falls all the way to 7. 6. Ruben Bain at 7. Carnell Tate, you add that to a room with Chris Olave. That's not too bad. You help out Tyler Shuck along with Travis Achan? ETN? What are we going with?
Achan.
Let's go with Achan. Francis Maui-Noah at 9. JOD trades down and still probably gets the guy who he wants. Delane is the first corner off the board at 10 to the Bengals. A lot of defensive needs for that team. Mekhi Lemon, second receiver off the board there. Spencer Fano, some more offensive line. For the Browns, Kenyon Sadiq, which is a guy that we were targeting at 15, maybe in a potential trade-up. Tyson is the third receiver off the board. My personal wide receiver 1, but a lot of injury concern with him. Keldrick Falk, little early. Just a little early. Akeem Mesidor at 16 there.
They're speeding it up on us. I think the Jets are now on the clock.
Whoa, okay. Let's get back to it.
We'll just cycle through these last picks.
Yep.
And then, wait, what is... I'm actually getting something in my ear set. The Texans have made another trade? The Houston Texans have made another trade before the second round, folks. The Houston Texans are trading for tight end Kyle Pitts. We're sending our second and a 7th round pick over to the Atlanta Falcons, and we're bringing Kyle Pitts to Houston. Let's go! The Houston Texans trading for Kyle Pitts at tight end. All it took was a 2nd and a 7th. We're pushing our chips in. We're going all in this season, folks.
Wow.
Let me know what you think. We are trading our 2nd round pick, not the one that we have coming up, the one at 59, and a 7th round pick for Kyle Pitts. I wanted to go up and get Kenyon Sadiq. He fell off the board. I'm going and getting the tight end for us. Kyle Pitts Jr. or Kyle Pitts Sr., you are a Houston Texan.
Look, I could argue this is even better for the Texans. You get Kayden McDonald, add to that defensive line. We talked about identity at the beginning of the show. You still get your playmaking tight end and Kyle Pitts. I love this deal for the Texans.
Let me know, did we win or lose this deal? Type W for win. Type L for lose. Let me know. Did we win or lose this deal?
Wow.
Now we still have a 2nd round pick. We still have a 3rd round pick to go in this mock. Dennis giving me an L. W from Hayden. W from Tanner.
Pitts is off a career season, and you have to worry about, he is on the franchise tag, so what do you do once you acquire a guy like Pitts? Are you paying him? Are you giving him 4 years, $60 million? Like, what do you give a guy like Pitts?
I mean, he is on the franchise tag right now, so he might want to go ahead and, come over, get a little bit of an extension, but I think worst case scenario, you let him play out this year.
Yeah.
And if I'm being honest, I like the tight end class, but
let's see if last year was
you hope that if you draft a tight end at 59, that he gives you the level of production that a Kyle Pitts would.
For sure. Yeah, we don't realize that with a lot of these draft day trades. When you trade for a player, it's like you're hoping that player can become a player like Kyle Pitts.
So with our late 2nd round pick, I traded it to the Atlanta Falcons for Kyle Pitts Sr. And we've had 2 picks already go. Denzel Boston went 33 to the New York Jets, and then Malachi Lawrence, a late Texans top 30 visit.
Yeah.
He went ahead off the board at 34 to the Atlanta, or not to the Atlanta Falcons, to the Arizona Cardinals. Wrong bird. Wrong bird. There we go. Oh, this is a great pick. He might have been there for me at 38. Blake Miller, offensive tackle from Clemson. He has been heavily rumored with the Houston Texans. We're about to be on the clock here in a moment. What position should I look at? We already got, basically if we're looking in this draft, we already got defensive tackle, we already got tight end.
Yep.
Those are the 2 positions we've already got covered.
Well, we could take a look at who might be there for us, Chuggs.
Let's see. Avion Terrell, Chase Bisontis, Peter Woods, Zion Young, D'Angelo Pons, Cassius Howell, Jeremy Bernard, Ty Simpson.
Pass.
Christen Miller, R. Mason Thomas, Brandon Cisse, CJ Allen.
It's a little far down the board, but
I see a lot of O-line. Peter Woods. I mean, we took a defensive tackle already.
yeah, I think we're set there.
I have a sneaky suspicion that the Raiders might look at Woods here at 36. Let's see. Who are we going to select? Who would you want to trade up for, and who is available if it's possible? We just showed you the best available guys on our Chat Sports Big Board. I don't feel the need to trade. I mean, we're on in 2 picks. I don't think there's anybody that I feel like I desperately need right now that I would be heartbroken if they got selected.
No, I don't think so either.
Like, I think we are wide open for really a bevy of different options.
Yeah.
The Raiders go Christen Miller, defensive tackle from the University of Georgia. And I can't lie, I was weighing, do I go him or Kayden McDonald there in the round 1? I think, Christen Miller might have a little bit more upside. Kayden McDonald maybe a safer floor in my opinion.
Well, it's hard to tell with some of these guys. With a guy like Kayden McDonald at Ohio State, he's surrounded by Caleb Downs, Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles. So how much of his production was that? But then you get him on the Texans, he could make he could be just as good. He's surrounded by Will Anderson, Daniil Hunter, Derek Stingley. I named this entire Texans defense. It's pretty damn good.
And reminder, even though we're not going into round 4 in this mock draft, I already did pick up an extra 4th. So
yeah,
even though we lost a second for trading for Kyle Pitts, we pick up an extra 4th. So in this scenario, the Texans would have some draft capital to move up if they wanted to still from that round 3 we pick. Remember at 69 at the very top of round 3. So, and there it is. Peter Woods off the board to the New York Giants. And that means the Houston Texans are on the clock. Oh, wow. Who do we go with here?
Do you add even more to that defensive line? Man.
You know what?
Is it Chase?
Y'all are either going to love this pick or hate it. You might think it's a reach. You might not. But I really like this pick.
Okay.
I really like this pick for the Houston Texans. And I also have to make this pick knowing I'm not going to pick for another 30 selections.
Right.
So we're going to be chilling for a little bit, just reacting as we go on. But I went ahead and made the selection there at pick 38. We did not trade again. I went with offensive lineman and center prospect Keelan Rutledge out of Georgia Tech. He can immediately battle with Jake Andrews for the center spot. I think he projects to a better center than Chase Bisontis. I was between those two. I knew I wanted to go O-line at this pick, Mike.
Yep.
I knew it. I was like, I'm going O-line. So I think I go with the better center prospect in a guy with Keelan Rutledge. Maybe a little bit of a reach, but there's no way he's making it to me at 69.
I don't mind that pick at all. I mean, if you want to add to the interior of our offensive line, what got you guys in trouble last year in the playoffs was Stroud was just getting chased around. I mean, look, he obviously didn't perform in the playoffs, but it was no thanks to the offensive line. You want to add up, you want to build up there, don't mind that pick at all. I'd give it an A-.
This pick, I think, maybe I go a little bit more need than BPA. I also was considering CJ Allen. He was staring me right there in the face, but immediate need, I think Keelan Rutledge gives us good depth on the interior and can battle possibly for that center spot this year. The scouting report we have on him, 3+ years of starting experience and showed improvements each season. Tough, strong blocker with nice hand usage to sustain blocks. Balance and recovery issues will need work this past season for the Yellow Jackets. An overall PFF grade is 76.7, pass blocking grade is 78.4, run blocking grade is 76.8, 0 sacks allowed this year. 0 sacks, 5 penalties on the year. This is what Dane Brugler had to say around Keelan Rutledge. Rutledge will have trouble at times protecting his edges, but his aggressive mindset and competitive toughness are the roots of his success. If his medicals are clean, He will compete for immediate playing time at either guard or center. He has been snapping for teams during the pre-draft process. And guys, this is why I wanted to take him, because I think he immediately steps in at the center spot. And of course, the guy who I was looking at goes right after me, CJ Allen to the Cowboys at pick 39. I think that's an excellent pick by the Cowboys. And what has been the biggest issue with this Texans O-line over the past 4 years? I'll say this. It's been their tenacity, and it's been their grit, right? Mm-hmm. We always say, like, the Texans O-line has been a little too soft, right? I'll just put it like that. We've said the Texans O-line has been a little bit too soft. Keelan Rutledge, he immediately comes in and gives you a nasty streak on the interior. He is a big physical blocker. If y'all want big country boys who are going to move large bodies, that's Keelan Rutledge.
Absolutely.
That is Keelan Rutledge. Tanner said Zion Young or Bisontis. I think we're still good. I think we'll be able to get a good prospect still at a defensive position.
And look, it's as important of a year for CJ Stroud as any quarterback in the NFL, so give him the best possible situation to perform.
And the Cardinals go with D'Angelo Pons here. Maybe I like him as a corner. Mm-hmm. My only concern is
too small.
He's like 5'9", 5'10", 5'9".
I think he could play on the outside, but it's going to be interesting. I think with him, we're going to be able to tell by Halloween whether or not that was a good pick for JOD there and the Cardinals.
We'll see. Yeah, I think, he's somebody who could work out, but, it does suck because, it is the NFL. Your measurables at some level matter, right?
Yeah.
You could be the most technically sound person, but when a 5'9" D'Angelo Pons is trying to go up against a 6'4" receiver, you're going to have some problems.
A little different in the NFL.
Now, I say that with, Jalen Petrie being 5'10".
He's a beast.
He's a beast?
He's a beast.
Now, I will say he's a much stronger player than D'Angelo Pons. Maybe he can put on some more weight. Jalen Petrie, he is an anomaly for his size and how strong he is at that size. Like, D'Angelo Pons is not putting up any weight near Jalen Petrie.
No. There goes R. Mason Thomas to the Cincinnati Bengals.
I like that pick. R. Mason Thomas, edge rusher.
And now, that defense.
Complete transparency, because we have a bit of time to talk about where we're looking at 69 before our pick comes in. I'm thinking defensive end. I'm thinking maybe a defensive player, defensive end, linebacker.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. Look, I said before, if you want to add to the identity of this team.
Oh, no, Zach Rose, that's exactly what we're doing. This is a simulation with every Team Chat Sports channel. So every channel we have is live.
Chaotic. Yes, it is chaotic.
Yeah, it is chaos. You're correct.
Having fun.
I'm thinking D-line or linebacker. If Anthony Hill's there, that'd be a great selection for us. I don't know if he's going to make it that far. Jadarian Price, if he fall, does he fall to 69?
No, I doubt it.
I love Gabe Akis from Illinois, but I think he's definitely going to go. Mm-hmm. Our next pick is at 69. I traded 59 for Kyle Pitts.
Whose board is this?
Caleb Banks.
Yeah, how are Lee Hunter and Caleb Banks all the way down there? What kind of board is this? What kind of hotel is this? Any Tommy boy?
Who made this board? Willard's wife. Here we go.
Is that a yeah.
That is. Young or Bisontis? Bisontis is still the best available right now. He's yet to be off the board. All right. Now we are going to have a quick break in the action after the Saints select Avion Terrell, cornerback from Clemson, at pick 42. Lindy Morris, you know what? For the people who are just now joining us, let's quickly run through all the picks that have happened so far. I'm not going to break down every single one, but we'll just let you know where we're at this moment, right?
Sure. Let's get
this
right here.
Here's how the board went down. Pretty chalk. Number 1, Fernando Mendoza, obviously. Then the craziness ensued. Caleb Downs goes number 2. The Chiefs trade up to number 3 for David Bailey. Arvell Reese, Cowboys trading up there. The Giants got Jeremiah Love. Then you go to the next 8 picks. Francis Mauigoa, I think that's a good pick for the Cardinals trading down. Kenyon Sadiq went right before. I was going to trade up for Sadiq at 15 with the Bucks. I had a trade in place, but he goes 13 to the LA Rams. Akeem Mesidor, maybe a questionable pick for the Jets there. The next 8 picks, you had Caden Proctor to the Lions, Vega Iona to the New York Jets, or not New York, just New York Giants. Dylan Thieneman to the Panthers. I thought Max Ahinator, Monroe Freeling, both steals there. I went ahead and traded down at pick 28. I got an extra 4th-round pick, and I still selected the guy I wanted in Kayden McDonald there at 31. Emmanuel Pregnon off the board. That's who I was looking at for the Texans' next pick. I went instead with Keelan Rutledge there at pick 38 for your Houston Texans after Christen Miller, Peter Woods off the board. And then the last 2 picks that have happened have been R. Mason Thomas and Avion Terrell. I will say a quick reminder, we are still in the lead, but while we are live, we have a 20% off flash sale, and I'm trying to absolutely just dunk on the rest of the Chat Sports channels. We are right now in the lead in terms of shirts sold today. If you want to help us out, we can go ahead and show the shirts real quick.
Get them up.
If you want to help us out, 20% off at chatsports.com/HOU shop. Also, if you get a shirt today, you are in our raffle to win our Texans Hall of Fame helmet if you get a shirt today. So shout out to everybody who's got them so far. 20% off only today. So if you were looking at getting a shirt and you're like, I don't know, today's probably the best day to get it. Our show logo t-shirt. We have the Swarm t-shirts. We also have the Will Anderson t-shirts that have been going off. So shout out to Daniel, Tracy, Aaron, Jose, Jordan, David, and Yardley. Y'all have put us in the lead so far. Shout out to y'all. Absolute real ones. I appreciate y'all. And off the board at 43. That was a lot of y'all's pick. Chase Bisontis goes to the Miami Dolphins.
Wow.
I know a lot of y'all wanted that pick there, but I don't know if he translates to center, and that's the biggest need for the Texans right now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of this year. I'm thinking of this Texans team. Right now we have Wyatt Teller. Keelan Rutledge can also play guard too. So he can play guard and center. The Dolphins get him, though, at 43. I think this is around the range he should go, though. I think early second round is – I would not have taken him at – I know a lot of people were saying in round 1. I would not have taken him in round 1. I think he's an early day 2 pick.
Dylan.
For me, it was between Keelan Rutledge and Chase Bisontis.
Right.
And then the Jets, Mikey's Jets,
Oh, man.
take Brandon Cisse.
I will tell you right now, Chuggs, I love this pick for the Jets. So he's only 20 years old, Cisse. A lot of room to develop. Look, if you're Aaron Glenn, you are a former DB. You should trust yourself to be able to develop these kind of guys. I love Cisse. He's 20. He's got some things to work on. He does have some things he needs to get better at, but I do like Cisse here for the Jets. About 6 foot, I think 188 for Cisse. That's just off the top of my head. I hope I'm right.
You know what they say?
Like
do as I say, Cisse, not as I do say. Brandon Cisse, good cornerback, though. The Texans, they met with him and his teammate Jalon Kilgore at their pro day. Also brought in Jalon Kilgore for a top 30 visit from South Carolina. I think a decent pick there for the Jets. They have some good selections so far.
Yeah, I think I like what Dylan's done so far. I think it was
Caleb Downs,
Mesidor, 33. We can get that up, can't we?
I think the Jets are cooking a little bit, but
yeah, he's doing
I mean, it's
job.
also easy to say that when you have all the draft capital.
Right. That does help you.
That does help out a little bit. Yardley
Denzel
Burgess, thank you so much. One of the guys who got a t-shirt on today's show. Absolute real one. We are currently still in the lead for shirts sold. I want to show my bosses that we deserve another shirt at Texans Today. Zach Rose, the running backs have been just not. I mean, if Jadarian Price is there at 69, is that where I go?
Well, who's your Well, Woody Marks. Look, I mean,
Woody Marks.
I'm not a Texans fan.
We traded for David Montgomery.
You did. All right. I'm not a Texans fan, but I swear to God, every single week I would get Woody Marks has left. Woody Marks has left the game. Woody Marks is back in the game. He's left the game. He's back.
He had some injury problems this past year.
I like him as a player.
He's a tough player, though. That's the problem with hard-nosed running backs is that they'll run guys over, but from time to time they get their licks as well.
Right. Yep. Yeah, you're not going to be easy getting your bell rung by a safety.
I knew our Ravens host, Joey, wanted to go tight end for them. They get maybe the second best tight end on the board, Eli Stowers.
Yeah, this guy's basically a receiver. So I guess you're kind of replacing Likely in a way. Well, you're doing exactly that. You're replacing Isaiah Likely with this pick. I don't hate it.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. You still have a good tight end room with Mark Andrews. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people were shocked that the Ravens decided to roll with Mark Andrews instead of Isaiah Likely.
Count me in that. That was ridiculous.
But this is the Isaiah Likely replacement for the Baltimore Ravens and Eli Stowers. I liked him possibly, like if I didn't make that trade for Kyle Pitts and he was still on the board, full transparency, I was probably looking at Eli Stowers or Oscar Delp there at 59. I think both those guys would have been decent picks for this Texans squad. Eli can't block. Yeah. Fun fact, I actually covered Eli Stowers in high school. I covered a little...
That's cool.
I went to North Texas, and one of my internships, I covered high school football in the DFW area. He was a really good quarterback for Denton Geyer. Took him to the state championship game.
There goes Anthony Hill. Was that your first internship in sports?
Yeah.
What was your
internship in sports, yes.
What was your very first sports media experience here?
Sports media, that was probably sports media, one of my first. I did the school stuff, and then that was my first outside of school stuff. My first job, I actually used to be a T-ball umpire.
Really?
Yeah.
When I was a young buck, used to ump Little League games a little bit. $20 a game, not bad.
Oh, you were getting fleeced. I got 35.
Really?
35 a game. Anthony Hill Jr., dang. I think it was unrealistic to hope that he was going to fall to the Texans at 69.
That was a tough one.
There's still some really good linebackers left on the board, though. I wouldn't be freaking out right now.
Let's see who's on the board here.
And you can also go by position for best available, I believe.
Yeah. Let's find that.
So we can look at the best linebackers available on the board.
Oh, here we go. What did you want? Best linebackers?
Yeah, we can look at best linebackers.
Okay, let's find that. Apologies, everybody. Should be good. Oh, that's fine. Oh,
there we go.
There we are. Okay.
Josiah Trotter, son of Jeremiah Trotter.
Yes, he is.
From Mizzou. He is the best linebacker available. Kyle Lewis. I don't necessarily agree with this rankings of Keyshawn Elliott.
So Lewis might be the best coverage linebacker in this class.
Yeah,
so
the Texans
all the way down there.
Have some interest in him as he's a linebacker safety hybrid, and the Texans, they run a 4-2-5, so that kind of fits into their scheme a little bit. Also, we have Bryce Betcher. Did Galladay already go off the board? Am I tripping?
I think he did. I can't remember who he went
to.
Oh,
he did?
He must have. He's not on this.
Let's go over the last couple picks.
Sure. 1 second here.
I didn't see Jake Galladay off the board, but maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Oh, he goes right now. Yeah, so Jake Galladay just went off the board to the Indianapolis Colts. Chris Brazzell, the second wide receiver from Tennessee, goes to the Atlanta Falcons there at 48.
Jets.
I was going to say, dang.
Are the Colts and Bengals picking with their eyes closed? That is from Marshall Green, the host of Giants Now.
That's hilarious.
Here's a little peek behind the curtain for you on what's being said.
I still think some decent defensive linemen still up there. I don't think Gabe Akis has been taken.
Let's take a look.
Who are the best available? Let's
see. Sorry.
Zion Young, I think, is still up there.
You want best defensive lineman or best edges?
Best edges. Yeah.
Wow.
I think I might go edge.
Yeah. Cassius Howell's still there?
Cassius Howell's still there?
This is a hell of a board.
Gabe Akis, I love him out of Illinois. I don't know. Do I go linebacker or edge? Now, we have 20 picks. This could look very different.
Right. This could look more like this by the time we get to you guys.
Yeah. So maybe it's
Mellow Height is someone I like.
Maybe it's just wishful thinking on my part.
Hey, what else can we do?
But I think, what do the wide receivers look like?
Let's take a look.
Where do I go? Do I go edge? Do I go linebacker? Receiver? I think the world is our oyster at this point, right?
I think so. Jeremy Bernard, who is pretty letdown of a season at BAMA last year. Chris Bell, I think he missed most of last year. Malachi Fields has been moving up. Antonio Williams is not real, according to Tyler Smith of the Bills Breakdown. Sean Stribling. Ted Hurst, another, what did he call it? PFF?
PFF Draft Complex.
Okay, we're a little behind here. So
Let's get these
picks.
Do I go Elijah Surratt at 69?
I wouldn't hate it.
AJ Halsey, somebody who the Texans liked at safety, off the board, and then Derek Moore, edge. Dude, Lions go Derek Moore?
Yeah.
With Zion Young and Cassius Howell?
Yeah, that's interesting. That's definitely something. I gotta switch. Excuse me, guys. That is not the correct graphic there.
I just... Derek Moore off the board, edge from Michigan.
Interesting pick.
That seems a little rich.
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit.
Little rich. Oh, my goodness.
Chuggs, I'm having a blast.
Dude, yeah. I mean, we're flying through this mock draft as well.
And we will be live for you guys afterwards.
We will be live. I'm going to break down my picks in this mock, so y'all can either roast me or praise me, whichever side of the aisle you want to sit on.
I think, people love the Kayden McDonald pick. I was looking at the Basantis pick. A lot of B's and C's in there. It's a polarizing pick there. It's a little early, but I think as we said, you got to help out Stroud in this season.
Oh, let's see what
Jeremy Bernard.
And there goes one of those receivers, Also, Smitty just took a fake player.
Yeah, he did. He took a fake player. I thought this guy was what does he call it? The PFF? Oh, please remember it for me. It was
PFF Draft Complex. Or no, it's PFF Draft Industrial Complex.
Yes.
That's what it was.
That's just awesome.
He literally told me 2 days ago that Jeremy Bernard is a fake player.
Oh, my goodness. Anointed Stan, this is fun as heck. I agree.
Guys, can y'all be honest with me? Would y'all be mad if I took receiver at 69? I know we kind of went receiver with the Kyle Pitts, right?
Well,
he's a receiving tight end.
Well, what does the room look like for
We got
Houston
Nico Collins, Jaden Higgins, Tank Dell, Jalen Knoll.
What are the expectations for Dell?
That's the big question mark, right?
That was such a... look...
let me know. Y for yes, Inferno. Would you be mad if I went wide receiver with our next pick?
It was such a shame.
If Jadarian Price could still be there. I don't know if Jadarian Price makes it past.
When does Minnesota pick? I've seen. They don't have a pick before us. They do not have a pick before us. And there he finally goes, Chuggs. It's Zion Young to the Green Bay Packers with Joey's very first pick. What a way to start.
He gets a first-round pick in round 2?
That's awesome.
I think Zion Young had round 1, round 2 grade for us. He falls all the way to 52.
Wow.
Oh.
It's a good pick.
Very interesting. All right, we're going to break here for 2 minutes. And everybody else is trying to catch up with us right now. I've been told that the rest of the Chat Sports office has a goal of catching up to Texans Today for t-shirts sold. So if you haven't already, today, 20% off our entire shop. You can get the Texans Today logo. You can get our Swarm Patrol t-shirts. You can get our Will Anderson Jr. t-shirts. All 20% off. And everybody's trying to play catch-up right now because we're about 4 shirts ahead of the next best channel. Hey, at this rate, I think Texans Today deserves another t-shirt. What do you think, Mike?
Man, I can't stop showing this one.
You love this one?
I love the baby blue, man.
This Texans blue is absolutely fire. But I really do. I want to say from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate the heck out of y'all so far because we have absolutely been killing it today in terms of all the Chat Sports channels. And reminder, every team channel is live today. So I want to beat. We have channels that are 200,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers. We're almost at 50,000 subscribers And we're absolutely taking it to the rest of the office right now. I think we deserve another shirt here at Texans Today. And if you agree with me, if you want to get any of our new merch, today's the day to do it. 20% off our entire line at chatsports.com/HOU shop. Get it today while you can. The deal only lasts till 5 o'clock Central Time. So once it's it's an hour and a half, the deal is done. So if you are interested, if you want to check out any of our gear, today's the day to do it. And, I want to just give it the shout out. Condition base is Columbia blue, not base. I said it's H-Town blue. That's just me. But shout out to Yardley, David, Jordan, Jose, Aaron, Tracy, Daniel, Pick Six. All y'all getting those shirts today. Appreciate the heck out of y'all for making Texans Today the #1 channel here at Chat Sports in terms of the t-shirts sold today. Me and Mike are killing it. Mike are absolutely killing it.
Having a good time.
We can kind of go backwards on this, Mike, if we want to.
Yeah, sure.
Just to recap. These are the last 4 picks that happened. Zion Young, a steal at 52. Jake Galday went at 47. And Anthony Hill, a little run on linebackers right there. Eli Stowers to the Ravens, kind of to replace Isaiah Likely. Your Jets take Brandon Cisse. Chase Bisontis, somebody who y'all wanted me to take at 38. I did not. Instead, I went with Keelan Rutledge there at pick 38. I think he translates to a better center option for the Houston Texans there at pick 38. CJ Allen went right after us. That was the other person I was actually heavily considering for your Houston Texans.
Yeah.
Because I do think he might have been BPA, and I reached a little bit in for going for, team need more than, who the best player on the board was. I stand by my pick.
I don't mind it.
I stand by our pick. And then we are back to the action. Pick 53, the Seattle Seahawks. Those edges are starting to come off,
that's a great pick. He should not be here.
Cassius Howell. Yeah, I love that pick for the Seahawks. Damn. Unrealistic that he was going to fall another 20 or so picks.
That just shouldn't be happening.
I will say, if Gabe Akis is there, I might just take him.
I would not fault you.
And I don't know if Jadarian Price. So our Falcons and Broncos host, massive Notre Dame fan. I don't think he lets Jadarian Price fall to round 3, just out of principle. Even if his team doesn't necessarily need it, I think out of principle of being a diehard Notre Dame fan, he's not going to let Jadarian Price fall to round 3.
Well, he more than anyone respects the fact that Jadarian Price can be a second-round pick in the NFL draft, despite Jeremiah Love being a top 5 pick. If you can get onto the field with a guy like Jeremiah Love in front of you, you're probably a hell of a player. I wouldn't mind it for the Texans at all.
Agreed.
But you got Montgomery. How many years is Montgomery? Is it 2 years for Montgomery?
Yeah. David Montgomery on, I believe it's a 2 or 3 year deal.
I like
Woody
that
Marks, second year of a rookie deal, so you have 3 more years for Woody Marks.
I just worry about his health. I think he's awesome. I think he's really a fun player to watch. But man, it felt like it was almost every game that he was leaving it.
John McClain Chain says trade up for Jadarian Price. I will say I had another trade with the Pittsburgh Steelers before they traded into that 32 pick with the Seattle Seahawks. But the picks that I was going to trade back with, he ended up trading up to pick 32.
Okay.
Only 2 trades for me today.
Yeah, little tame from you.
Yeah, I was going to trade. A lot could have happened, but, different circumstances. In a different world, we trade up for Kenyon Sadiq.
Yeah. Hey, we got Kyle Pitts.
We got Kyle Pitts, though. I'm good with that. Keionte Scott there. Round 2, pick 54. I am interested to see what Moose does with our 59th pick. Because when you think about it, it'll be like we're trading this player for Kyle Pitts. So I'm going to look at it and say, did whoever Moose selects at pick 59, is that better than what we get in Kyle Pitts?
Yeah.
Because essentially you're trading that player for Kyle Pitts. Here are the 2 selections that I made. I am investing on the interior. Kayden McDonald, defensive tackle from Ohio State. Keelan Rutledge, guard center from Georgia Tech. Those are my first 2 selections. And I also traded for Kyle Pitts Sr. with our 59th overall pick. I threw in our 7th round pick just as a little sweetener. Little sweetener in the deal. But that has been our draft so far. I got Kayden McDonald in round 1. I traded back and got an extra 4th with the New England Patriots. And then I went ahead. Is Banks still there? Caleb Banks is still there. He has not been taken yet.
I don't think I'm as concerned about these foot injuries as everybody else is. I mean, this guy was supposed to be a top 20 pick.
Hector!
Whoa!
Hector got a t-shirt today. Let's go.
There we go. Oh.
Hector H.
We got Chris Bell, another receiver off the board to the Chargers.
I mean, if Banks is there at 69, do I?
Yeah. Well, now you got Kadyn.
Yeah, but I mean, and Zach Rose.
There we go.
We are absolutely taking it to the rest of the Chat Sports office.
Any positions you want to look at in particular? Who's the best available, Adam?
Let's just look at overall right now.
Sure. All right, here's who we got on the board. Darian Price and Gabe.
Oh, Augustin V! Let's go!
There we go.
That's 3 shirts! Augustin! Wow! Augustin just got 3 shirts. Texans fans representing today.
We got good news and we got bad news, Chuggs.
Oh.
It's Caleb Banks at 56 for the Jaguars.
And it's to a division rival.
Yeah.
Oh. It's only because we mentioned it, right?
Right, of course.
And you know what? Knowing the Jags luck, though, he doesn't work out. So maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing.
Who is give me a peek behind the AFC South curtain a little bit. Who's your biggest rival in the division? Who do you guys hate the most inside your division? Please let it.
It's tough because I think y'all can answer too. Let me know.
Yeah.
Zach Rose, yes sir, just gave you the shout out. My guy Zach Rose just got the Will Anderson T-shirt.
Yeah, baby.
Who do you think is our biggest rival?
Titans is the first answer.
I think
Titans.
I think Titans are hated.
Okay.
Not because of on the field, more just because of the principle of they moved away. I think the most animosity when they're on the field might be the Jags.
Okay.
I think if I was to rate it, Jags, Titans is right there, and Colts is a little bit underneath.
Gotcha.
Because it's funny that the Texans and the Colts.
Somebody just mentioned Cortland Finnegan.
Oh, Cortland
Finnegan. What an NFL moment.
Dude,
what a freaking NFL moment.
The real ones know whenever Andre Johnson 1-2-piece Cortland Finnegan on the field.
That was awesome.
The thing is,
Trade Stukes goes.
I feel like the Texans and the Colts have never been seriously competitive around the same time. Like, whenever the Texans first started as a franchise, the Colts dominated us because they had Peyton Manning.
Well, you had that, what was it? Stroud's rookie year, right? You guys played each other in Week 18?
We played each other in Week 18 to get into the playoffs. Obviously, the Texans won.
Big drop.
Do
you remember that game?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the Colts, but whenever I'm thinking of like which fan base I can't stand, definitely the Titans and the Jags more.
Okay.
Definitely the Titans and the Jags more, in my opinion. Yeah, CJ is 5-1 against the Colts, so maybe it's just a current thing because the Colts have been so bad as of late.
Yeah, right. All right, here's what we got coming up here.
Traden Stukes, cornerback, goes to the Chicago Bears. Yeah, the Titans owners are absolute dog water. Jags fans are the Cowboys fans of the AFC South. Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, it's tough to get close to those guys.
Those Lawrence lovers. The Stroud house, the house that Stroud built, a.k.a. Lucas Oil Stadium.
Delusional and loud, this guy, Texans Huddle says.
Let me know, what team do you hate the most? Let me know down in the comment section. What team do you hate the most? Is Is it the Cowboys? Is it somebody not in our division? Because obviously there's that Texas rivalry. Oh, this is somebody who we might have been looking at.
Yeah.
58, Jennings Dunker goes to the San Francisco 49ers. And here's where we got to look, folks. 59, this is the pick I traded for Kyle Pitts. Who are the Falcons going to select? Do they select a James Pierce Jr. replacement since he might not play this year?
Yeah, he might be out for a long, long time. And when I say out, I mean away for a long, long time.
Gabe Akis. No, I mean, even though Moose loves Notre Dame, there's no way you go Jadarian Price when you have Bijan.
No, you can't.
With the holes you
Come
have,
on,
you
no,
can't.
come
You
on.
just can't.
You can't.
I'm surprised that Lee Hunter has fell this far too. Malachi Fields, Antonio Williams, Ronaldo Melendez, Reynaldo.
You know, Chuggs, as soon as he said that, he went off the board. I go to switch the graphic. He's on the board. I'm like, where did he go? Oh, that makes sense.
All right, folks. Well, I'll say this.
It's a good pick. Ty Simpson is still on the board.
Ty Simpson's still on the board.
Do you? Can I bring that up?
What?
You're not even going to entertain it.
What?
Ty Simpson.
No, not even. Texas. We're not drafting. So okay, let me tell you all this. We got Kayden McDonald. Lee Hunter was the pick at 59. Does this make you feel better about the Kyle Pitts trade? Y for yes, in for no. Melendez era got that new Will Anderson Jr. t-shirt. Does this pick make you feel better about the Kyle Pitts trade? Because basically we traded Kyle Pitts for Lee Hunter.
Just for reference, guys, this is what we did before for this pick.
So we traded this 59th pick to the Atlanta Falcons for Kyle Pitts Sr., and they selected Lee Hunter. We already got Kayden McDonald, which I think is a better prospect than Lee Hunter.
Yeah.
I feel good.
Yeah. Well, another target off the board for us, Jeremy.
Oh, I love this. Harry's kind of cooking in this round, too.
Yeah.
Gabe Akis goes to the Bears. Jackson D got a shirt.
Oh.
Jackson D. Let's freaking go. We are absolutely killing the rest of chat sports right now in terms of shirts sold. It's not even close.
Come on.
It's not even close. Let's freaking go. We are absolutely destroying the rest of chat sports in terms of t-shirts sold.
Maybe a potential option for us goes off the board there if we were going to look to add to the edge position.
Oh, and there we go. Danny Dennis Sutton off the board there at pick 61.
You could just hear everyone through the hallway, and it's awesome. Need to get a third mic. Just place it.
Just place it out
in
there.
The hallway. Yeah. Just shout.
Thanks, Harry. I will say, Harry probably didn't think that Gabe Akis would make it all the way to pick 60.
No, there's been a lot of guys who have been sliding, and we could take a look at some of those guys.
We have a trade at 62.
Whoa.
The Jacksonville Jaguars are trading up to the final pick in round 2. Oh, wait, not the final pick. We have a couple more picks in round 2.
Yep, 3 more. 64 is the last.
Here we go. The Jags are giving up 2 third-round picks to move up to 62. Who are they getting?
Trying to think of guys. I sit right next to Cullen.
You should know better than anybody.
I should. Shouldn't I?
Spam the boos in the chat as the Jags are now on the clock. Spam boo down below. Jags on the clock. Who are they going with? Could they be looking at Jadarian Price?
Yeah, I mean, look, who is their RB1? Is it Tootin? Is it Chris Rodriguez? They could definitely look at Jadarian Price here. Malachi Fields on the board. Keith Abney, I think, might be a target for Cullen and the Jags here.
Jags.
Whoa, what's going on? I don't think he's going to look this far down. I mean, Ty Simpson being here is... All right, so I'm not in favor of this, but what do Texans fans in general think of taking a quarterback in the 3rd round or the 4th round this year? Just totally not even thinking about it.
I think you played out this season. We already have a backup in Davis Mills, so there's no need to take a quarterback. And I think in reality, it just makes sense to wait, right? Like the quarterback class next year, I think is going to be better. So you'll know by then whether or not you're riding with CJ because you're not going to extend him. You accepted the 5th-year option. Wow, the Jags doubling up on defensive line. They go Caleb Banks with their first pick in round 2. Now they go Kieron Crawford, edge rusher from Auburn.
This guy's a monster.
Very interesting. Now we are almost up. We have one of the first picks in round 3.
I got booed for even bringing up drafting a quarterback. I'm not in favor of it. We are almost up.
Let's see. The Patriots now on the clock. I was going to try to get the Patriots' 3rd round pick whenever I traded back. Let's see who Alper is going to select.
I hear him shouting. He must be excited.
The Patriots have made their selection.
All right.
Who are the best edges left?
Yeah, let's take a look. I don't mind that pick.
Edge rushers quickly off the board now.
Let's see these best available edges.
I think at this point I don't go edge just because of the run on edges that have happened. Yeah, I'm not going to edge.
Yeah. No.
I can wait on edge.
Definitely. I mean, who says you guys even have to draft one edge? I mean, it'd be nice to have some. Well, who's the 3rd guy after Anderson and Hunter? Who was that 3rd guy?
Anderson and Hunter, and then we signed Logan Hall.
Okay.
From the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We also have Domonique Robinson. We signed from the Chicago Bears in free agency.
All right.
Dylan Horton is on one of the last years of his rookie deal. He's been decent for this Texans squad. I want to look at the linebackers who are available. I might end up going that Kyle Lewis. And now that I just said his name, he's probably about to go.
Big one here.
Jadarian Price off the board with the final pick in round 2. I like that pick from Will.
Yeah. Well, you lose Kenneth Walker. Charbonnet's off a major injury. Big part of their Super Bowl run last year was Kenneth Walker, so try to replace him. Lost a few guys on defense. Got to do a few things to replace the talent you lost. Don't mind that one bit for Seattle.
All right. Here we go. Oh, wow. Now, all right, let's look at all the picks that have that happened in round 2.
Sure. You want to go 33 to 62 or
we can go this. We can just roll back one by one. Last 4 picks: Jadarian Price, Romello Height, Kieran Crawford, Danny Dennis Sutton, edge rusher. Then the guy I wanted, Gabe Akis. He goes at pick 60. Lee Hunter at 59. Jennings Dunker at 58. Traden Stukes at 57. Some good value here. Cassius Howell at 52. The fact that he got Howell and then Jadarian Price.
That's ridiculous.
2 really good picks. I might have picked Price at 59 if I stood there. Caleb Banks there at 56. A boomer bust prospect. Somebody who I think, if it wasn't for his foot, he might.
He'd be a first rounder. Absolutely.
Might have gone round one. Maybe one of the other steals of the draft I thought was going to be a first round type player was Zion Young, who the Packers got at 52. I like AJ Halsey there. The Vikings were rumored a lot with Dylan Thieneman. Mm-hmm. They ended up trading for Dexter Lawrence, which I was not gonna lie, I was in on the Dexter Lawrence trade.
Yeah.
I ended up not pulling the trigger on that deal. It is what it is. Going back, a little mini run on linebackers with the Bucks and Colts, Anthony Hill and Jake Galladay at 46 and 47. I think some decent picks right there. Eli Stowers there to the Ravens. Brandon Cisse goes to Mike's Jets. There, he likes to pick a young cornerback that can learn a little bit of a Sauce Gardner replacement, if you will. I don't know if
if those exist.
Yeah, I don't know if he's on the level of a Sauce Gardner, but we shall see.
I like that.
Chase Bisontis, a lot of y'all wanted me to take him. He goes to the Dolphins after I selected Keelan Rutledge, center guard prospect out of Georgia Tech. Love it, hate it. That's who I decided to go with for your Houston Texans. And then at the very beginning of round 2, Denzel Boston, Malachi Lawrence, Blake Miller, and Christen Miller. Reminder, I took Kayden McDonald with our first round pick. I agree, Anointed Sand. Stingley clears Sauce easily, right? You don't have to lie. He's not a Jet anymore.
Look, we're on a Texans channel, so...
You don't have to lie. He's not a Jet anymore.
He's not a Jet anymore, so I'll defend him even more. I think Sauce was in his first 2 years in the NFL, in 22 and 23. He was the best cornerback in all of football. Is Stingley better right this moment? Sure.
Hey, all right, we're going to have no breaks. We're going to power through round 3, and it's almost our pick. Reminder, I'm just going to put the link in there. If anybody, this is going to be the last hour to get the 20% off of our Texans Today merch. But it is about to go pretty quick, and the Texans have a pick here coming up. Round 3, pick 65.
Hold on.
Oh, my goodness. The Arizona Cardinals go Ty Simpson.
Whoa.
Ryosaurus called it.
I mean,
Ryosaurus says, here goes Ty Simpson.
It's about time. He's not a third-round player. What are we talking about?
Oh, all right. Before the Texans pick here at 69, can I just see the top linebackers and then top safeties?
Yep.
That are left? Would love to see those two positions just to kind of check in. I think that's the best value of what we're going to get.
Whoa.
Josiah Trotter, Kyle Lewis might be the pick.
Kyle Lewis would be a fantastic pick for you guys. So why linebacker for the Texans here?
Both of our starting linebackers' final years of their deals.
Okay. Lewis is maybe the best coverage linebacker in this class.
Possibly. Can we go to the safeties real quick? Maybe corner as well. I like Bud Clark. Jalon Kilgore was brought in for a visit. Zakee Wheatley. I like all these options. And then let's look at corner real quick, just so I know who's available for us. I like Malik Muhammad there. Okay. Not interested in any running backs. I mean, Mike Washington Jr. could be a decent pick.
We could take a look here. These are the top running backs on the board. I think Washington's the best one you're going to find there. I do like Emmett Johnson, but probably not in the third round.
Yeah. All right, let's see who Tennessee took. The Titans pick at 66 is in. They went with wide receiver Malachi Fields.
Wow.
And reminder, with all these good players dropping, if we did a round 4, the Texans have 2 picks in round 4 because I traded back with the Patriots.
Yeah. I still can't believe Ty Simpson went in the third round. I know how much all these Texans fans love Ty Simpson and want him on the team, right?
Yeah, Ty, somewhere Dan Orlovsky is crying. Let's see. I don't think Mitch is going linebacker here, so I think we're either going to get Trotter or Kyle Lewis.
I mean, either of those guys, steals in round 3, beginning.
I agree. Guys, I think I'm going linebacker. Y'all cool with that, chat? Chat, are we good with that? Somebody saying Jake Slaughter. I already went with center, though, with Keelan Rutledge.
We do want to take a look at what we've done.
Who are just the top available? Because I think the linebackers might be dominating just the top available.
Yeah, let's see here. I'm sure they are. No. Wow.
Do I put my money where my mouth is and go Surratt here, though?
I mean,
I love Surratt. The pick is in for the Raiders. Let's see where they go. They go with Zachariah Branch.
I don't mind that.
Guys, would y'all be mad if I went Elijah Surratt? I'm either going linebacker or Surratt.
Look, you could argue that Surratt was the best receiver.
Type 1 for linebacker, type 2 for Surratt. Y'all tell me, what should I do? 1 for linebacker, 2 for Surratt. The Texans are next up after this Eagles pick. 1 for linebacker, 2 for Surratt.
Seen a lot of ones here, Chuggs. I think Kyle Lewis could be a...
I see a lot of 2s, though, too. Maybe it's
What do
just
you-
me.
follow
Maybe
your
it's
heart.
just me wanting to see the 2.
You're the one with the headset, with the microphone. You're making the pick. It's up to you, man.
Oh, it's so tough.
It is tough. Man, I'm actually seeing it. This is like 50-50.
Right? Like, I feel like it's
Yeah, never
50-50.
mind. I'm seeing some more ones here.
We're about to be on the clock. The Eagles are making their decision right now. Is this what it's like being a GM of a team?
It's exactly this. Nothing more similar to it than what we're doing right now.
Philly is in. Who are they going with? Sam
There's a guy
Roush.
we weren't really thinking about. We got Kyle Pitts. The Houston Texans are on the clock.
Damn. We need a linebacker. Oh my God, my time's almost running out. We also, you know what? I have to make the pick. It's coming up. All right, y'all are going to hate me. I'm going Surratt.
Hey,
I'm going Surratt.
I'm not going to fault you.
I'm doing it.
Wow.
All right, y'all are going to hate. There's going to be people that hate me.
Well, we'll let them decide. Give us a grade here.
We're going with Elijah Surratt, wide receiver from IU. Come on! I
Take
think
that,
the value's too good. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm trying to get as much receiving help as I possibly can. Give me Elijah Surratt. I know I've talked about linebacker. I want to keep Azeez Al-Shire here. Linebacker really good on the board. In reality, what I might want to do here is package our 2s to trade up and get one of those other guys.
Yeah, I think I could talk this entire chat into Surratt just by going like this.
I mean
what are we
15
talking
touchdowns
about?
this year. Was the leading receiver. I know Henry Toto might not re-sign, but I'll say this. If there's anybody I trust to coach up this linebacking room and have this linebacking room ready for the Houston Texans, I think it's D'Amico Ryans. And whenever I look at the linebackers that are left on the board, I think you could still get a great pick in round 4. Wide receiver, I don't know if I love the value of it later on in the draft. This is easily going to be the most, divisive pick that I've made today.
Sure.
But I'm standing on business. I'm standing on what I'm talking about. I'm going Elijah Surratt for your Houston Texans at pick 69. Hey, this allows you to maybe not rush Tank Dell back into it and say, hey, we have a lot riding on Tank Dell. If he's great this season, then that's great. Mm-hmm. If he's not, it is what it is. I like the pick. And like I said, I think there's a lot of good linebackers the Texans can get in round 4. Like, looking at the big board of guys who are left, you still have Josiah Trotter, Kyle Lewis. I love Bryce Betcher out of Oregon. Jimmy Rolder out of Michigan. Red Murdoch out of Buffalo. Aiden Fisher from Indiana as well. Harold Perkins. Justin Jefferson, who the Texans brought in on a top 30 visit. Like, the linebacking, board right now is stacked. There's still a lot of great players to be taken. Torian York, I think, is a late round steal out of Texas A&M.
Yep.
I think there's still a lot of good linebackers that the Texans can take. So this one, I was selfish. I went BPA. I think Elijah Surratt was my best player on the board left.
That's fine.
That's what I went with. Elam's Orr still available from TCU. Right after the Texans, 2 picks immediately, Keith Abney and Domonique Orange. That does conclude our picks here at Texans Today, but obviously we're still going to break down those other picks throughout this draft for the rest of the Chat Sports crew. And I think the addition of Elijah Surratt gives the Texans maybe one of the best wide receiver rooms in the NFL.
Yeah.
Because I am really high on Higgins. Mm-hmm. I mean, a 3-headed monster of Nico Collins, Jaden Higgins, and then now Elijah Surratt. I think that might be one of the best wide receiver trios in the NFL.
Don't forget Kyle Pitts.
Kyle
now
Pitts
Houston Texans.
at tight end.
I don't mind this draft at all.
We'll
take a look.
I took some swings and missed. I took some swings, maybe some misses, maybe some home runs. But you can't say I didn't, go balls to the wall in this mock draft.
I mean, come on now.
I took some needs, right? I took some needs. Defensive tackle and center at the top of the draft. I took some areas where I felt like this Texans team needed to improve. Reminder, I did make a trade there in round 1, so I did get another 4th-round pick in return. So obviously the Texans, like I said, could trade back into round 3 in this scenario. I also traded our 2nd-round pick for Kyle Pitts in this draft. So, maybe not the most, realistic draft, but I was doing this draft as if I was the GM.
Yeah, and I think you did a great job.
I didn't do this draft in terms of what I thought Nick Caserio would do. This is what I would do. Mm-hmm. So go down in the comment section, be honest. I know I'll see some C's and some D's. Grade my mock draft. These 3 guys, we also got Kyle Pitts. These 3 guys and Kyle Pitts, let me know. Grade my draft A, B, C, D, or F. Grade it for me. A, B, C, D, or F. I see A, A minus, A, B plus. B plus from Texans Huddle, A. Amanda, it's not RIP to Jalen Knoll. It's not RIP to Jalen Knoll. He still will get run. 2nd year of his rookie
Well, he's
deal.
awesome on special teams, isn't he?
Yeah.
All right. Still got him.
I feel a little better with how people have responded, right, to my mock so far. B plus, I think I would have preferred Bisontis at 30. I was really battling back and forth between Keelan Rutledge and Chase Bisontis. Mm-hmm. I was really back and forth, but just the fact that he is just a freaking dog. I love that. And like I said, something that I miss on this Texans offensive line, especially the past 3 years, has been somebody who has tenacity.
Yeah.
And I think he brings that day one. There's no excuses. I think what I've done in this draft is give C.J. Stroud no excuses anymore, though.
And there shouldn't be one. I mean, you're going into year 4, and these last 2 years after his rookie year have been a letdown.
I knew I was going to get that comment, Texans Huddle. He said it's the Texas A&M hate. I don't hate Texas A&M. My older brother went to Texas A&M. Anointed Stan, if we draft wide receiver, you might as well trade. I mean, they might, right? Like, I like Hutch. He's like a fan favorite. Like, I think every team has those guys that are like, they don't get a ton of run. They're backups on the team, but everybody loves them because they're hard workers, right?
Yep.
And like, you see a little bit of yourself in those guys, and you're like, that dude is like, clawing his way. It doesn't feel like, he's given anything. Everything has been earned for Xavier Hutchinson. Mm-hmm. He has been a late-round pick who, has been on the roster bubble each and every year and made it at the very end. I like Hutchinson. I think the Texans, though, really want to upgrade themselves at that wide receiver spot, though. All right, here we go.
Just to recap some picks we missed.
Mike Washington going to the Saints in round 3. I don't love that pick.
No.
And see, at this point, if I'm the Texans, I definitely pair my 2 fourths and trade up for a linebacker.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all, especially if Trotter and is Lewis still on the board?
I think Lewis is still on the board.
Let me make sure I didn't miss anything here. No, he went to the Bengals.
Oh, he went to the
72.
Bengals.
We did miss that one pick. Apologies. That's a great 72. Kyle Lewis, that's not happening.
Yeah. VW Blue Sky with the super chat. I like taking best available. Appreciate that, VW Blue Sky. And I'll also say this. Maybe I get some brownie holes or some brownie points with the wife because Indiana alum.
Yeah. You can do it.
That's not why I took him, though.
No.
I seriously think
Of course not.
Elijah Surratt is a round 1, round 2 receiver.
Mm-hmm.
I truly do.
I don't mind that take, Eddie.
Ted Hurst. We're talking about boom or bust. Ted Hurst is that for me. D2 guy, Georgia State.
He's one of those guys where it's like even the situation wasn't great for him on the team itself. And we're talking about a D2 football player here. So a lot of NFL GMs, they see the talent, they see the speed. I don't know. He might be one of those guys where we forget he exists in 2 years, or he could be a steal in the 3rd round. And if we want to continue to talk about Surratt here and that pick at 69 for Houston and Chuggs. I mean, 15 touchdowns on the team with, the Heisman winner. It was him and Amari Cooper, 2 best receivers on that football team. But Elijah Surratt was, if we're talking about just production, guy got in the end zone 15 times. 15 times.
I'm texting my guy Seeps right now.
Oh, I know he's upset.
I'm messaging my guy Seeps right now because we were both really high on Surratt.
Mm-hmm.
Max Clare, round 3, pick 77 goes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I know my guy Reed was also looking at tight end, so this is, I think, a good pick. Stan said, I know Pat Cry. Dude, me and Seeps are like, we're both like this with Surratt, right? Like, we both think that he is a round 1, round 2, level of player.
Sure.
And one thing that I think Stroud is missing is somebody who excels on a back shoulder catch. Surratt is the best back shoulder receiver in this draft, bar none. Texans top 30 visit with Tyler Onyedim. He could be an option for us in round 4.
Okay.
And I think whenever we do our cut, I think that'd be a good exercise at like the end of like looking who's still on the board for the picks in round 4. Like
Sure.
these are guys like best available in like certain positions. Anointed Sand says, I watch Patrick too. I know who he likes. Yeah, Seeps really likes Elijah Surratt.
Huge. I think that's his wide receiver 4. As we get another pick on the board here. It's Chandler Rivers.
Jerry
cornerback
Fender,
from Duke.
stick with being a podcast host. You'll never have to worry about being a general manager.
Classic.
Yeah, I mean, it would be crazy if it was. I mean, could you imagine the uproar if the Texans announced that podcast host Jeremy Chuggs, if they announced that a guy with the last name Chuggs was taking over general manager duties? Thank you for the obvious, Jerry. Don't worry about being quarterback for the Texans. You're never going to be that. Like, sure.
Oh, my goodness.
Bro, the uproar in a fan base if they were like,
I mean,
Jeremy Chuggs, GM.
good Lord.
That'd be wild. Goodell would have to email me, Mr. Chuggs. Oh my gosh. I don't think I did too bad in my mock, though. I'm not gonna. I think the only thing that I did. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I think the only thing I did that would raise eyebrows of me being a GM is honestly the trade for Kyle Pitts. I did that just because I thought it was fun, and I thought, the Texans looking at a tight end anyways. I think if we didn't get Kenyon Sadiq, I wanted to get a top tight end.
Sure.
I think that's maybe the biggest, what are you doing thing that I did in this mock draft.
Well, we'll take a look at the rest of it. Here yet again. Kayden McDonald, Kalen Rutledge, Surratt in the third. I mean, I think that's honestly where he ends up going on draft night, early third, late second. There are just so many receivers. I mean, that might have got picked up by us.
I don't know what just happened in there. The Jags are on the clock here at 81.
Yeah, let's get some picks up here.
That is true, Daniel. Pitts is only 25. Going to turn 26.
Yeah, he's still young.
There's guys in this draft that are older than him.
Yeah.
Jake Slaughter, Oscar Delp goes in the third round to the Falcons. That's their Kyle Pitts replacement.
Mm-hmm. You got to know. Oh, how about, dude?
Anointed Stan, I'll tell you this.
How about Cullen in the draft he's having?
Josiah Trotter, I like that pick by Cullen and the Jags. Anointed Stan, if I get named the GM, you have a job with the Texans. I'll hire you. You'll be my lead scout. New Texans GM hires his top commenter to be the lead scout.
Hey, he bought a shirt. He's on board. Got another offensive lineman off the board here.
Yeah, another center, Sam Hecht. I like this pick as well.
We're cruising now.
We're cruising through this third round as we are done with our selections here at Texans Today. We're just going to keep y'all updated with all the other picks here at Chat Sports. And then after round 3, we're going to do a cut where I break down all the picks and trades that I made. And then we'll do that's a good reminder. Make sure you get those hashtag Texans and Super Chats in. If we can pull up VW Blue Sky Super Chat. I know they sent one in earlier. Texans Huddle, yeah. I'm sorry. Texans Huddle was begging for Josiah Trotter or Kyle Lewis there, and I know it hurts that the Jags end up taking Josiah Trotter later. I like this pick by the Panthers as well. Malik Muhammad. Didn't they go Dylan Thieneman earlier? I think they got Dylan Thieneman and now Malik Muhammad. Smitty's kind of cooking.
Job. Yeah.
Smitty kind of cooking. Reminder, 45 minutes left for our t-shirt deal, 20% off for the next 45 minutes. After that, it'll go back to full price. So if you want to get any of our Texans Today merch, might be your last chance to get it in now. We have this Will Anderson Jr. shirt, absolutely fire. Absolutely gas. We also have the Swarm Patrol t-shirts available right now. This is our only shirt in comfort colors. I love the comfort colors. If y'all want more comfort color shirts, let me know. Send me DMs. Actually, that would help me out a ton. Send me DMs. Let me know so I can show my bosses that y'all want more comfort colors. because they're convinced that nobody likes comfort colors. I disagree. I think the comfort colors are better.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion. I love our new show logo. It kind of looks like the Texas flag.
Yeah.
And Mike pointed it out. A non-Houstonian, this is his favorite shirt. The H-Town Blue Texans Today logo t-shirt. Absolutely gas. And I think we've proven a point here at Texans Today that we are the number one channel in terms of, us. Oh, you also have two of me on screen.
Apologies. There you are.
I think we've proven ourselves here at Texans Today that we are the number one channel here at Chat Sports whenever it comes to repping our team. Thank y'all so much for going out and getting the shirts today. I just wanted to let y'all know because we do only have about 45 minutes left in the deal. So if you still want to get any of the t-shirts available today, they'll only be 20% off for the next 45 minutes. So just letting y'all know. Harold Perkins, high upside. Still going to be able to get him in round 4. I think a couple picks have come off the board now. Oh, I love Dalen Everett in round 3, round 4. I was hoping that he would fall to me. I like that pick by the Packers. Joey's kind of... Dude, Cassius Howell? No, he got Zion Young. He got Zion Young in round 2. Then Dalen Everett. Good picks. And then Bud Clark. Pick. I like this pick as well. He goes off the board.
We got a guard out of Kentucky, that being Jalon Farmer.
Jalon Farmer, guard from Kentucky, goes. I know Will, who's our host over on the Chargers channel, he's a really big Jalon Farmer guy. Will Ortner here at Chat Sports, he's actually a former D2 offensive lineman, so he did a lot of the scouting and looking at these guys, and he told me that this was his biggest sleeper pick in the middle rounds.
Okay.
He said he loved Jalon Farmer in round 3, round 4.
I'll trust his opinion when it comes to that. Over anybody else in this audience.
Brandon is a big Farmer fan. He said, let Farmer get away, SMH. Yeah. We're in the lead for the t-shirt tally. I would say right now, we are... Let me look. We are 5 shirts ahead of the next closest team. We're 5 shirts ahead right now, which that's y'all. Y'all did that. Y'all did that. Y'all absolutely took it to the rest of Chat Sports. I appreciate the heck out of y'all.
Chuggs, is there some kind of event coming up in 1 week here?
1 week. Oh, yeah, there is. The Chat Sports coverage of the 2026 NFL Draft. We will be live for all 7 rounds of the 2026 NFL Draft. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. We will be hitting live. Now, maybe, because we've absolutely showed out today, Texans Today will go live for all 7 rounds. Now, we'll have Chat Sports coverage regardless, all 7 rounds on our main channel. We'll have, our biggest channels going live, but I'm pushing for Texans Today to be one of those channels that goes live all 7 rounds. Y'all have definitely made it a little bit more possible with how much y'all have shown out today. So I appreciate the heck out of all y'all in the chat. I always say the most valuable thing you have in this world is your time. The fact that you're spending some of that time with us here today, whether it's 5, 10 minutes, the entire show. Me and Mike, the rest of the Chat Sports crew, appreciate everybody that's clicked into today's video. Thank y'all so much. If you haven't already, hit that sub button. We are getting closer to 50,000 subscribers. Only a week away. We still need 570 subs. Can we get there?
Do it.
My goal has been I've been saying for like 2 months, 50K by the time the NFL Draft comes.
Man.
This is where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah.
Mike. This is where the rubber meets the road. We'll see. Oh, I love the Logan Jones pick.
Denver is in, and it's another running back. It's Jonah Coleman.
Jonah Coleman. I'm surprised he went off the board. Did Mike Washington get picked? Oh, no, he did by the Saints.
Saints, yeah. 73, I believe. Memory serves.
Yeah. Let's see.
Daniel wants to know the T-shirt tally. Who's in the lead? I believe it's still us.
Yeah, we're up by 5 T-shirts right now.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all absolutely killed it. But like I said, only 40 more minutes while they're on sale. So if you were interested in getting any of our t-shirts and haven't, just pulled the trigger on getting one yet, today's probably the best day to do it because we do have that 20% off sale going today. Texans huddle, I agree. Amanda Pearl, go live or I can't watch. Well, Amanda, I will say this. I'm gonna petition to my bosses. I'm gonna try to see if we can go live here on our channel. But if I'm not live, Amanda, we still have our main coverage at Chat Sports, so you will be able to watch the draft regardless, Amanda. I'll make sure to send that over to you, our main Chat Sports channel. Don't worry, we got you covered. If not here, our main channel, they're going live for all 7 rounds, so you won't be left out in the dark if we don't go live here on Texans Today. And I'll still be making videos around every single pick. So we should be good. We should be good. Who's still available for the Texans right now from H-Town Red?
Let's take a look.
Let's see. I think this is a really good pick, too. Chris McClellan. I like him out of Mizzou.
Let's go with
Daniel, will there be a draft shirt? I think, depending on who the Texans take, we might end up making a shirt for a new player. Or maybe our entire draft class. I don't know. We'll see. The best available right now, Caleb Tiernan, tackle, Northwestern. Dejon Stribling, wide receiver, Ole Miss. Tyler Onyedim, the Texans had a top 30 visit with him. Zakee Wheatley, safety from Penn State. You got Travis Burke, offensive tackle from Memphis. Garrett Nussmeier, quarterback from LSU. Brennan Thompson, the speedster. I think he ran in like the high 4.2s.
Yeah, I think it was a 4.29.
Keyshawn Elliott, linebacker, Arizona State. Bryce Lane, the small school kid out of North. I don't know if you can call North Dakota State a small school anymore. They're kind of a factory there.
Yeah, I don't know. Trey Lance's brother there.
Fun fact, the brother of Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Justin Jolly, tight end from NC State. Markel Bell, OT from Miami. Deion Burks, wide receiver from OU. Amanda says it's Chuggs or Noah. Amanda, that's why I appreciate you so much. That's why I appreciate you so much. Hey, Devrick, I appreciate that. I don't know if you saw, I actually did a collab with John this past week. Me and him talked draft. We talked about our favorite prospects in the draft. If you watched his show, which I was on, I went on the Locked On Texans podcast this week. I talked about Elijah Surratt and how much I love him. That's all I'm saying. If you watched our collab earlier this week, you would have known. Yes, sir. Anointed Stan, that is a good reminder. I will be going live this Saturday on our Rockets channel. Game 1, Rockets-Lakers. Be there or be square. Heck yeah, appreciate you, Devrick. Now, yeah, John's a really cool guy. Love being able to collab with him. Next time, I think I'm going to bring him over here on our show and keep on keeping on. You know, I plan on having more, guests. Actually, fun thing I got going on tomorrow. Do y'all know Biased Houston, a.k.a. Will on Twitter? He does a lot of Rockets content. I'm going to be doing a stream with him tomorrow. If y'all know Biased Houston, a.k.a. Will, I'm going to be doing a stream with him tomorrow on Rockets channel. We're going to be breaking down the Round 1 series up against the LA Lakers. Just Harry, hell yeah. I'm going to be at Rockets-Lakers Game 3. I need you to be loud for me. Finna be lit? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Big dubs in the chat for Just Harry. The latest picks, and it's because I was just talking about him. Mm-hmm. Caleb Tiernan to the Dolphins, and then Tyler Onyedim, defensive tackle from Texas A&M. Wow. And then Cowboys take Zakee Wheatley, safety from Penn State here in round 3. Who do you think besides us has had the best draft? Let me know down below.
Yeah, we'll take a look.
Who do you think has had the best draft besides us? If you've been watching the entire time, I know a lot of y'all have been here since the beginning. Let me know, who do you think has had the best draft besides us? Ryosaurus says the Browns.
Let's see.
And you can just do like team picks 4 and just pull up
Yeah, sure.
who they have. Let's see who the Browns have taken so far. I think JOD's done a good job.
Not
yeah.
bad. Not bad.
Not bad. Spencer Fano, maybe the best center in this draft. Omar Cooper, a good wide receiver. Monroe Freeling.
What we were talking about. No, he's only had 2.
Let's see. Who do y'all think has had the best draft?
Maybe JOD again.
Yeah, for the Cardinals.
That's not bad at all.
Francis Mauigoa, Malachi Lawrence, D'Angelo Pons, and they get Ty Simpson in the 3rd. A lot of people thought they might go into the 2nd to get him. He's had a good draft. I think decent draft here. Cowboys. Even though I'm not a Cowboys fan, do not like the Cowboys. Can't lie. I think they've had some really good value picks. Let's see. Packers, I think, even though they haven't had a lot of picks, their 2 picks were good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Zion Young, Dalen Everett. I think they've done a pretty decent job.
I do like this one.
You like the Jags?
Yeah.
See, I think it's a lot of risk, in my opinion, with Caleb.
Yeah.
Banks. I mean, it's a
your-
boomer bust.
It's 56. It's not like you're getting him in the late 20s or early 20s where he probably would have went. So
Yeah, I think it just
if he can
depends
get
on-
past those injuries, then
If you're the Jags, are you thinking about winning this year?
yeah, it's a tough one.
The Chiefs, I hate saying this, I think they had a really good draft.
Mm-hmm.
They traded up to 3 to get David Bailey. They got Colton Hood at 29 and Antonio Williams there at 74. Yeah. That's tough. On the clock now is the New York Football Giants.
We'll go through these picks in a bit.
Raiders, not bad. I mean, kind of chalk at the beginning. Christen Miller, they needed a defensive tackle, and then Zachariah Branch. I was shocked that they went Branch.
It's not updating.
Maybe just do the 8. Maybe
yeah,
the 8
let's
will
see.
work.
Yeah, we'll see.
Sleeper Vikings. Yeah, the Vikings traded for Dexter Lawrence in this mock. Maybe just like do the read only, kind of like I showed you.
Oh, you
on
know what?
that.
We're good with the pick player top. So we
Okay,
We'll
we
be
can
fine, yeah.
do that.
Yep.
Here are the last picks that happened for your Houston Texans, or not for your Houston Texans, in this Chat Sports mock draft.
So who did we miss here? I think we
I think
left
94.
off. I think we left off here.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're not on screen. Let's go to on screen. There we are.
The Rams took Dejon Stribling, getting a lot of help from Matthew Stafford in this
Definitely,
draft.
yeah.
They went Kenyon Sadiq. Oh my God, Marshall's
Do we run
asking,
round
do we run
4?
round 4?
I mean, how do we do that? I mean,
Vance got a shirt. Shout out to Vance W. Vance just bought a shirt. Hell yeah, Vance. Jacoby Lane for the Patriots. Jalon Kilgore for the Seahawks. I like that pick. Darrell Jackson. VW Blue Sky. Hell yeah, VW. Sam's like, no way are we doing round. Sam's like, I'm done.
Sam has had to input every single pick, every single trade. He made all these graphics. A little big thank you to Sam.
VW Blue Sky, shout out to you. Absolute legend here on the program. The Eagles, they end up getting the speedster. And Brennan Thompson. We were just talking about him.
Yep.
Let's see who Sperry's going to take here at 99. Jackson Gatlin for Locked On Rockets, possibly. I mean, if he wants to have me on, I'll say this. Even though, like, a lot of people view it as, like, competition, competitors in the space, this, that, or the other, I actually don't view it like that because if y'all love the Texans, you're not only going to watch me, right? Mm-hmm. You're going to watch Texans content all around. Like, I think the more that we all work with each other and help each other out and, like, lift each other up, that helps y'all. And, like, the more we get to, like, kind of cross-talk with each other and, like, be able to, you know, discuss things with other people. Like, I know other content creators don't view it like that. Mm-hmm. There's a certain Texans content creator that refuses to work with me. That's okay. Like, he's a little tight butthole, is more of a competition guy.
Is that a workaholics reference?
It is what it. Yeah, it is. It is a workaholics reference. It is what it is, right? Like, I'll never say no to, you know, collabing, working with people, because I do say, like, you know, it helps y'all. Like, not working with other content creators at the end of the day makes it worse for y'all. Mm-hmm. Whenever we work together, whenever we, you know, lift each other up, you know, and a lot of the stuff on my shows, it's my opinion. That's just me. I might have a different opinion than my guy John over on Locked On Texans, than, you know, Aaron Wilson on his YouTube channel, Stresson's on his YouTube channel, my guy Ruben doing stuff with Bleacher Report. Like, I think it's good, right? I think it's and I think it's healthy competition because, you know, if we didn't have other channels that pushed us, then, you know, I might get lazy. I might be like, oh, well, I'm the only Texans content creator out here. I might as well, you know, not do this, that, and the other. Mm-hmm. But they keep me on my toes. I'm like, I got to keep up with these guys. They're putting out good content too. So,
I mean, get this man to 50.
That's my soapbox.
Please. Get this man to 50,000.
Yeah, help me get to 50K. That's me standing on my soapbox. I'm not going to name who the tight butthole Texans content creator is, but if you've watched my show before, you might know. He hates me for some reason. Will not. I literally just tried to go into his live show one time and comment, like, ask a question, and he blocked me. Huh. And it wasn't even a rude question. It was like, what do you think about this? Like, what do you think about this player? And he just blocked me.
Huh.
I was like, all right. Noted.
That's something.
I was like, noted.
All right.
But
got some more picks coming in here, guys.
And I think we're about done.
That'll do it. 100. How about the internet for not a single hitch today?
Yeah. Shout out to the internet.
And we're not done here, by the way. We are not done.
We're so close. The Bubba's it's not Landry. I'll give you that. Landry's been cool with me. He's messaged back and forth with me. No problem with Landry. It's not him.
All right, so that'll be it for the 3 rounds. Do we want to go through this entire draft here and kind of recap?
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do here.
You want to go like this?
We're about to. All right, yeah, let's go ahead and.
What do you want to do? Let me know.
We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna run through all the picks. Maybe just go about 5 to 10 seconds on each slide.
Yep.
We're gonna run through the entire draft, the Chat Sports mock draft, and then we're gonna do a quick cut around the Texans picks that I made, the trades that I made. Mm-hmm. Bryce Betcher, I like that pick by the Broncos at the end of round 3. We're gonna go through my picks. And then we'll do a mailbag. So hashtag Texans or Super Chat to get on the show. We're about to do the mailbag here in a little bit. VW Blue Sky showed the wife the shirt I ordered. Now I have to take her shopping. Love that, VW. Love that, VW. You know, this is how the first round went down. You know, some trades. You'll notice some teams picking in different spots. We did have multiple first round trades. The Cowboys moved up. The Chiefs moved up. I moved back with the Patriots. The Steelers moved up at the end of round 2. So a lot of movement, a lot of trades going on. Maybe a little bit of reach by me with Keelan Rutledge, but I liked him. A lot of people wanted me to go chase Bisontis. I prefer Rutledge over Bisontis. Linebackers Anthony Hill Jr., somebody who a lot of people wanted. AJ Halsey, I think a good pick. Texans brought him in for a top 30 visit. Vikings needed a safety there. Caleb Banks, a big boomer bust pick there for the Jags at 56. Maybe Mike's walking me off the ledge of that being a boomer bust because it is like middle of round 2. So if you are going to take a swing and a miss, might as well be middle of round 2 rather than round 1.
Take the shot.
Eric, no, it's not Seth Payne. It is not. Let's see who we got. Oh, Ty Simpson win at the top of round 3, first pick in round 3. I think that's a steal.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you don't think he's a first rounder, I'm fine with that, but 3rd round. He showed a lot in just 1 year of starting. You got, as I said way before, if you've been here the whole damn time, these college guys, they aren't finished prospects.
Yeah.
All right? Like, there's room to develop these guys. This is words.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay because the Texans didn't have any more picks.
No.
Our system was messing up a little bit on our end, but that's all good. We're going to go ahead and go through my three-round mock draft.
Yep.
Yeah, all right. Coming up here in just a moment, I'm going to give you the full rundown of what I decided to do in the annual Chat Sports mock draft. Every single team went live. Every host picked for their teams. Yeah, I think this is how we end it, and then we maybe go to like who's left on the board for round 4.
Yeah,
like that's at the end of the show.
I'm gonna make a quick round.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. I'll be back in 1 minute.
Here we go. My guy Mike, he's gonna go get a quick water run. Maybe hit the loo. Take his mic off. Ryosaurus. I'll sing Old McDonald. I can't play music because of copyright issues here on YouTube. So if I play music on my stream that's not licensed, it could really mess with my channel and I might get like a strike or something. So I can't play music. I can sing it. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm, he had a defensive tackle, E-I-E-I-O. But yeah, let me know. What do you think let me know. What do you think I missed in my mock draft? Because I'll look into round 4, look at the guys that are available at the end of my segment here in just a moment. What do you think I missed? Like, do you think I missed a certain position or a certain player? Let me know. Let me know. What do you think I missed in my mock draft? This is basically all that happened. I did get an extra 4th round pick by moving back in round 1. Be honest, I think maybe edge and linebacker. I do think that there are some decent edge options and linebacker options the Texans can get here in the middle rounds. Like, if I'm looking at the big board here, linebacker, where's the edge rushers? That's defensive tackle. Edge rushers. Let's see. I'm a fan of Pitts, of that Pitts trade, but I wouldn't trade Dalton then. But this is a good draft. Thank you. We need help in the red zone moving the ball. Yarley says, no, I think it's good. I mean, still on the board in terms of, edge rushers. I like Max Llewellyn out of Iowa, Caden Curry out of Ohio State. Those guys are still on the board. Trey Moore out of Texas. Oh. I think there's some decent options for the Texans. I really was hoping Gabe Akis might fall. Oh! What an absolute bloodbath for the other Chat Sports teams! Juan and Jamar. Juan got 2 shirts. Jamar got that Robo Killer. Oh my goodness. Juan M. and Jamar absolutely putting the nail in the coffin. Absolutely putting the nail in the coffin. We have 19 minutes to go. We'll definitely hit the 5 o'clock time while we're doing this next cut. So this is the last time I'm going to tell you about our flash sale. It goes on until 5 o'clock. But I mean, I could not have asked for a better day from the Texans Today fans, all y'all out there, for representing. I mean, I am absolutely about to go stunt and I'm just about to on my boss's table whenever I get out of this room. Because y'all have absolutely come through. Man, y'all have made me a proud host, because I can't tell y'all how awesome it's going to feel going out there and rubbing this in everybody else's faces that Texans Today reps harder than everybody else here at Chat Sports. Everybody else, man. I'm going to, just pick 6 cards. Daniel H., Tracy R., Aaron D., Jose R., Jordan M., David C., Yardley B., Hector H., Zach R., Augustin V., Ronaldo M., Jackson D., Vance W., Juan M., Jamar, Tyler, all got shirts today. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Absolutely took it to the Chat Sports crew. I'm telling you this. We might get a shirt this month. We might get a new shirt this month. Maybe I fight for a Rocket shirt. Should I try to get us a Rockets Today shirt? I don't know. A Stingley shirt? A Stingley shirt would go kind of hard.
2 more.
Do I do Stingley, but like as a bee with like a stinger? Mike's like, I don't know.
I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it.
Oh my god.
He's a great cornerback. Is he better than Sauce? We could argue.
He's better than Sauce. I'll argue if Sauce went by Ahmad, does not have the same aura.
It'd be a different story.
Completely. All right. That Petrie hit against the Chiefs, yeah, that was Petrie, a.k.a. the leader of the Crash Out crew. That dude absolutely, oh my gosh, he just absolutely wrecks. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We have the cut ready to go. You kind of know your show flow, Mike?
I think so. 1 second here. Let's get these.
Cool. Daniel says a Chug shirt. Do we do a Chug Life? Chug Life. Doctor in Chugonomics.
That's not bad.
Chug Life.
Let's get those going.
Write that down. Write that down.
Hey, this was a lot of fun, man.
Dude, yes. And I will say, this has been producer Mike's first live run that's not been like a normal live show. And I think he's knocked it out of the park so far. Can we get some mics in the comment section before we get our next segment going?
Come on.
Get some mics down below. Mikey boy. Let's go.
Chuggs and I hadn't even done a singular, I don't think we've done a singular video together.
No, I think this is our first tango.
How about that?
And Mike has led me beautifully.
I do appreciate these Texans fans. It's been a good time. We got 1,100 of you guys in here.
Let's go. Hey,
This is just a preview for the NFL.
We're 1 like away from 150 as well. If you haven't liked the video, 1 like away from 150. Yeah, it usually is Reed on the 1s and 2s. Sometimes Lopez. But Mike has been awesome today. Anointed Stan says, W Mike. Let's go. Sting is number 1 from Pick 6. Hell yeah.
Mike. It's not hump day. Where's Sperry when you need him?
Hump day.
You can always count on him for that.
All right.
I'll get everything ready here.
Cool. All right.
Picks one last
Mike's
time.
going to go behind the scenes. We're going to get our segment ready to go. We're going to break down our mock draft. And then we're going to go ahead and do you know how to fix that player L3?
That's a great question.
So, all right, I'm gonna live teach him what to do here. Hold on.
Hold up. Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. This is how the
Meaning I move over while he does it.
Yeah, this is how the hot dog is made. So you open it up right there, right? So you go here. And you click on where the Texans is.
Okay. Is this a crop and fit to box
and
situation?
Then then you what is that called? Resize with aspect. Bang.
I mean, is there a more seasoned pro?
That's
Jeremy
how the
Chuggs?
sausage is made, folks. Bang.
All right, give me 1 second here. Ooh, is it gonna carry over that?
Dude, Big Ton Martinez got 3 shirts. Hell yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay, I didn't even notice that. Juan. Holy crap. Yeah, Juan got 3 shirts. He got 2 of the Swarm t-shirts, and then he got your favorite, the H-Town Blue Texans Today shirt.
Those were absolutely unreal. I love those.
Hey, Juan, an absolute real one. And what I like to do to make it easier for you, you just want to go to the 6-second intro, so you know when to start the cut. Oh,
I mean, let me turn down my mic.
This
guys.
might be Mike's first time with the Texans, but this is not Mike's first rodeo. I'll tell you that. All right, friendly reminder. I'll put the link in there one more time because after this segment, the deal is going to be off for getting our 20% off on our merch. So I'll put the link in there one more time, and then after this segment, it'll be done. But I mean, like I said, y'all absolutely killed it today. Mike, if you're ready. All right, we're gonna break down my 3-round mock draft. Remember, I think okay, yeah, it's in there after the Oh, you know what you can do? You can just have the sub counter instead of the weigh-in too. Yeah. And we'll talk about you can pull up the trade top with that. I'll mention that we had a trade, and then I'll talk about the subs instead of that weigh-in too. Alrighty. Ready to go here. We're going to break down my 3-round mock from the Chat Sports live mock here on Texans Today. Welcome into Texans Today, presented by Prize Picks. I am your host, Jeremy Chuggs, and on today's show, I'm breaking down my Texans mock from the Chat Sports annual live mock draft. Every single year, every host here at Chat Sports, we have channels for all 32 NFL teams. We all act as our GMs, and we decide who our teams are going to take. So I'm going to tell you who I took for the Houston Texans. Spoiler alert, also some trades mixed in there. Now, whenever we started the live show, This is how many subs we needed. 617. Right now, we're at 429. So we've gained almost like 50 subs throughout this live show. My goal has always been to get to 50,000 subs by the time the NFL draft rolls around. So if you want extensive draft coverage around the Houston Texans, if you want the latest news and rumors all year long, you're in the right spot right here. Here at Texans Today, you know I got you covered with the latest going on around your Houston Texans. Now, I mentioned I had some trades, and it started off in round 1. Before I took Kayden McDonald, I went ahead and traded back. And this isn't a big trade. I think, because there were so many guys that were on the board at 28 that I was okay taking, I was like, you know what? Why not pick up an extra pick? So that's what I did. I traded back with the New England Patriots. They ended up taking Caleb Lomu, who I'm like, okay, I wasn't going to take him anyway, so I'm fine with that. And I picked up an extra 4th-round pick, which you'll see later on is meaningful because I decided to make a couple more moves with our later picks. But with that pick 31, I ended up taking the guy who I was going to take anyway at 28. And I think, the fact that I was able to acquire an extra pick and still get the same guy who I was going to take anyway, an absolute steal, in my opinion. I ended up taking Kayden McDonald, defensive tackle from Ohio State. He has been maybe the most popularly mocked player to the Houston Texans. I told producer Mike before we went live, he said, who's been the most popular mock pick to the Texans so far? I said, probably Kayden McDonald. And that's who we ended up taking here in round 1, pick 31. We also picked up an extra pick in doing so. And I think this ticks off a lot of boxes for your Houston Texans, right? He's somebody who, can easily be a plug-and-play nose tackle, clogging up those run gaps, powerful to control opposing linemen, and has enough burst to get some push. Doesn't offer that much as a pass rusher, but, I don't know if he necessarily needs to. We have great edges in Will Anderson Jr., Danielle Hunter. You could argue that Kayden McDonald could get a lot of sacks this year by just sitting in the middle of the pocket, right? Just sitting there in the middle of that offensive line and letting the quarterback kind of step up into him. 2025 had 65 tackles, 9 tackles for loss. Good production from a defensive tackle. 3 sacks, 10 pressures, 1 PBU on the year. And he slots in to be a rotational defensive tackle along this defensive line, right? You re-signed Sheldon Rankins, Tommy Togai. You extended last offseason. Hopefully they can extend him again to keep him in Houston. He had an excellent 2024-2025 season. Or 2025 season for the Houston Texans. He was awesome, but now you add in Kayden McDonald. I think this really completes the Texans defensive line in, this pick of Kayden McDonald in round 1. So what do you think? How did I do in round 1? The trade, also getting Kayden McDonald? I think it's a win-win. Let me know what you think down below in the comments section. And while you're down there, you can also find the link to our sponsor, Prize Picks. Today's show is made possible by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the place to go if you love daily fantasy sports. Player picks are on fire right now with playoff basketball getting going. There's no better place to cash in while watching sports than Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. And it's not just basketball, right? Also baseball, hockey, about to get playoff hockey, esports, tennis, golf, all available with our friends over at Prize Picks. And you can mix and match in your lineup. You can have a basketball selection with a baseball, a hockey mixed with a tennis, all in the same lineup. And it's super simple. All you need is 2 to 6 players from whatever sport. And then you go more or less on their stats. If you're going basketball, we're looking at rebounds, assists, 3-pointers. If you're going baseball, maybe you're looking at hits, home runs, and strikeouts. I personally have this lineup set on Saturday. 3-pick power play, $5 to pay $48.75. Went with a couple demon picks. I went with the double-double from Alpi. I went with the 2.5 3-pointers made from LeBum. Possibly. I think that could happen. And then I went amen with the points and assists combined. You can follow my lineup on the new Prize Picks social feeds tab. You can also follow producer Mike, anybody here at Chat Sports, to see what picks we're making each and every single week. here at Chat Sports and just copy what we're doing to make that money, honey. New user offer for all you watching at home. Download the PrizePicks app today with the link in the comments and description and use code HMA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code HMA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. All that information going to be down in the comment section and description of today's show. Shout out to PrizePicks for making today's show possible. All right, let's go with my next pick. Round 2, pick 38. I will say that I did have a trade in mind here, a trade back with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Sperry, he went out of that trade. I said, that's fine. I'll take a position in need here. I went with Keelan Rutledge. Now, a lot of people wanted me to go Chase Bisontis, who was still on the board. Personally, I think I like Keelan Rutledge a little bit better. And he's somebody who, I think will bring a tenacity to this Texans offensive line. He's somebody that, this Texans offensive line has maybe been missing a little bit of that edge the past couple of seasons of, somebody who can really help in short yardage situations. And that's exactly where Keelan Rutledge will thrive in this Texans offense. I think he immediately is somebody who can come in and, battle it out with Jake Andrews for the center spot, a 3-year starter at Georgia Tech, tough, strong. The Texans, they got bullied a lot in third and short, and like third and goal situations. Not anymore, right? Keelan Rutledge will bring a little bit of grit to the middle of this Texans offensive line. If you don't believe me, let's see what draft expert Dane Brugler from The Athletic had to say around Keelan Rutledge. Rutledge will have trouble at times protecting his edges, but his aggressive mindset and competitive toughness are the roots of his success. If his medicals are clean, he will compete for immediate playing time at either guard or center. He has been snapping for teams during the pre-draft process. So there you hear it. Keelan Rutledge is somebody who immediately I think could come in. And if we can show the depth chart for the Texans offensive line here in a second. I think Keelan Rutledge comes in, and my one word is toughness for Keelan Rutledge. He's somebody who, like I said, immediately adds a little bit more grit. And that's been my problem with the Texans offensive line. They've been bullied at times, right? Like, I'll say this. They improved better pass protection last year. I want a better run blocking team. You want to be more physical, right? When you think of the best defensive teams, what do you want? You want to be able to run the football, control the time of possession, control the clock, and be able to run it at will. You got a tough runner in David Montgomery, and now you add some more toughness with Wyatt Teller, with Braden Smith, and hopefully with my second-round pick in Keelan Rutledge. Now, let's go to the most controversial pick, or I guess not pick, trade that I made. Instead of picking at 59, I trade with the Atlanta Falcons for Kyle Pitts Sr. Now, I was live for this. Very divided in my chat. Some people loved it. Some people absolutely hated it. It is what it is, but I took my opportunity. I saw the fact that, there were some decent tight ends available, right? Before 59, Eli Stowers was picked, so he was off the board for the Texans if they wanted a pure receiving tight end. And yeah, you could maybe go Oscar Delp here, but in your best case scenario, Oscar Delp turns into Kyle Pitts. And maybe this is a one-year rental. Maybe this is too high of a value to take with pick 59. But at the end of the day, this is my all-in win-now move for your Houston Texans. I'm saying we're getting another tight end to go more 12 personnel, 2 tight end sets, and get another receiver in there for C.J. Stroud. And now, this is another pick that really split fans. Elijah Surratt, pick 69, and I know, a lot of people feel like the Texans don't need to get another wide receiver, but he was staring me down the barrel. I was like, is he really going to fall to me? I was sitting here with producer Mike, and we were going through every single pick, like 62, he's not taken. 63, he's not taken. The Raiders end up taking, Branch out of Georgia, and I'm like, oh my God, Surratt's going to fall to me at 69. And, I know this was a pick that, split a lot of people because, there's a lot of people that are like, I don't know if we absolutely need wide receiver, and I get it, but this is my BPA pick. I think he's somebody who is going to be amazing at this next level. And the fact that he wasn't taken in round 2, I think is an absolute crime. I watched every game of Indiana this year. Omar Cooper went at pick 20. Elijah Surratt was the wide receiver 1 for Indiana this year over Omar Cooper. And this is not anything against Omar Cooper. I just think people are sleeping on my guy Surratt. Dane Brugler had this to say about Elijah. Surratt will be saddled with the possession receiver label, but he is an underrated athlete and plays with the urgency and toughness to own the catch point, which translates to any level of football. He has the tools to develop into an NFL starter, either on the outside or as a big slot. And I think what Elijah Surratt offers you is you can go outside Surratt and Higgins. Nico Collins works great in the slot, but out of necessity, you can't really put him there a lot of the times, right? You mostly line him up outside because you don't have another big X receiver. I think, at the end of the day, this allows you to kind of play more around with your offense. You don't have a lot of excuses anymore for CJ Stroud. You added 2 legit weapons and an interior offensive lineman to kind of complete the O-line overall this offseason. You brought in Wyatt Teller. You brought in Braden Smith. So after seeing everything, let me know. Be honest with me. Grade my mock draft. A, B, C, D, or F. Those 3 players, and then throw in me trading for Kyle Pitts. Let me know what you think down below in the comments section. I'll give it a B+. I'll say the only thing that's holding me back from giving myself an A in this is I really wanted to trade back at 38. My trade back fell through with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I was going to get 53, and I believe it was like 53 and 89 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That ended up falling through. I would have loved to do that because I do think I would have been able to still get a really good center prospect at 53 if I traded back. So I'm giving myself a B+, but I know a lot of fans are upset. They're like, you didn't get linebacker. You didn't get this pick. I'll say I think there's a lot of good players left on the board. If we could go to the best available, these are the guys that would have started round 4, and you have to remember, I actually earned an extra 4th-round pick with my trade back with the New England Patriots in round 1, right? I traded back a couple picks. I ended up still selecting Kayden McDonald, but there was still a lot of good players left on the board for the Houston Texans. Like, I think, especially if you look at the linebackers, I want to look at the linebackers that are available in this mock, because that was a position that I think we're still good at, right? Caleb Alarms Orr from TCU, Keyshawn Elliott from ASU, both really good players. I mean, we're looking at also, Jimmy Roller from Michigan. I like Aiden Fisher from Indiana. Sam's giving me some golf claps. Really good draft. Yeah. Shout out to Sam, who put the whole draft together. Our commissioner, Sam Brown. F. Sam's in the chat. But, I think there's still some good value here. The Texans brought in Justin Jefferson for a top 30 visit. I think he's a decent, maybe you could even get him in round 5 and look at some of the edge rushers available. Overall, I think, good draft, and, maybe it's not as realistic as what is going to happen, but I didn't do this draft based on what Nick Caserio is going to do. I did this draft based on if I was the Texans GM, and these are the moves that I would have made. I told you I wanted to invest in the trenches. I did that early. I wanted to get some weapons for CJ Stroud. I did that as well. And, we could get some defensive depth guys, but if we're being honest, Texans are returning, 95% of their defense that was number 1 last year. So I'm not too worried about not taking defense early on in the draft, right? Like, I got my biggest need on defense, defensive tackle. We can get depth at linebacker. We can get depth at the secondary later on in the draft. That's my level of thinking whenever I went through this mock and, taking some of the guys that I took later on. And then also, on this, also trading for Kyle Pitts. So that's kind of what my line of thinking was in this mock draft. All right, that's all I have for you on today's show, folks. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I told you at the top of the show, I'm trying to get to 50,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already, hit that sub button for free Texans content all year long. Bang. Sam Brown. So our commissioner, Sam Brown, I'd love for you to give me your take on how you think I did in this mock.
So for some behind the scenes for the folks here, obviously we did trades this year, which we hadn't done last year. And one of my rules, which most people followed, was we had a trade deadline at 12 o'clock earlier today. Trades are all cut off. Jeremy, of all people, it had to be Mitch. Jeremy, by a country mile. No, there were two people in first and second place. Jeremy had the second most deals already prepared and ready to go. He had a trade up option. We had a trade back option. We had the Kyle Pitts option that came through. You had another trade with Cleveland or Jacksonville or something, one of the teams. There was another one that fell through. Yep. So some people were prepared to. They were prepared for business and prepared for war. I'm willing to bet that if there was a cell phone right here, Jeremy wouldn't be talking to y'all. He would have just been picking it up and hanging it up all night and just going back and forth, back and forth.
I mean, if we were allowed to continue trading, I told the chat, once Sperry told me no deal, I would have been on the phone trying to trade back from 38.
The trades had the drama. That's what I wanted.
Were people surprised with the Kyle Pitts move?
Yes. My favorite part was any time someone would be like, "Deal is off." I'd be like, "Whoa, crazy."
It's funny because
That's the NFL though.
I told Mike there was a scenario that if a certain guy was on the board, at 15, because I wanted Kenyon Sadiq. Like, I told him, I wanted Kenyon Sadiq. That's who I was trying to trade up for. And I was like, you know what? Like, depending on who's on the board, I still might do that trade with Reed. Reed's the one who was like, trade is off.
Yeah,
I was like, all right.
That's what I thought.
I was like, okay.
It was your trade. All it takes, it's got to take two agreeing parties. That's business.
How do you think your Broncos did? Sam's a Broncos fan.
I didn't like the trade, but he only had one pick and he turned it into two. So
I really thought he was going to go Jadarian Price.
I like the two players themselves, but
Was he not? Did he not have a round 2 selection?
we had 62, traded 62 for 88.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he just wanted to make a trade to have like more than.
There. Oh, also,
But if you count it, in a weird way, you want to count it this way. Our first round pick is Jalon Kilgore.
at the buzzer, shout out to Joe Williams. Got another Texans Today shirt. How about that? Did anybody, Sam? Did anybody sell close to the amount of shirts that I sold today?
I was not keeping track of that.
Sam said by a country mile I did.
That's what he said.
Not to lie.
Scoop on little post-game Dolphins here.
Whoa.
Post-game Dolphins. We'll get you up on the. Do you guys? How many picks did you guys have?
Classic
3?
Mike here. Look at this.
Oh Jesus! Classic.
There's 2 of me. Hold on.
Apologies.
Yeah. I'll post game it.
Let's see. Hold on. Let's get to Miami here.
Coop, how do you think the Dolphins did?
I thought we had a good draft.
How many picks did you guys have? 4?
We had 6.
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's go to the 4.
Go to the 4. Look, we traded up in an effort to get one of the Ohio State guys, both of which were picked.
Oh wow! So the guy that you wanted.
We wanted Caleb Downs or Sonny Styles here at 7. We could not get either of them. So we took Ruben Bain, who we would have taken at 11 anyways, so we're fine with that.
Do you think he falls to 11 if you don't trade up?
No, I do not. I don't believe Ruben Bain would have been there. And then look, Chris Johnson, best corner on the board. We needed versatility in Chase Brasantis, so we got that.
Were y'all mad when I took Surratt here?
No, we were going Ted Hurst no matter what.
Little draft day, Ted Hurst no matter what?
Yeah, we were going Ted Hurst over Surratt.
Okay.
No, great pick. So we love Surratt. And then we took Jayshon Barham and Tiernan as well. So good, solid
you know
draft
what
for
they
us.
say? When you have the chance to take a D2 receiver with 7 drops this year, you have to do it.
You just got to do it.
D2?
Or I'm sorry, what is it? Bottom of D1? What is he in the Fun Belt?
So FBS football?
When you can take a low-level D1 player who had 7 drops this year, you have to.
You just have to do it.
You have to do that.
Yeah, the Texans don't have any low-level D1 players on their team.
Name one.
I don't know the
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Where'd Nico Collins go to school?
Michigan.
Pretty low level.
Don't tell that to James. All right. So,
let's get
how are
started.
we looking with those with the mailbag?
I have not looked. Let me do that right now. Let me get
Do we have
myself
some
off
hashtag
screen so I
Texans
can
in there for
focus
y'all?
here. Let me get Texans back up on the screen for you.
We're going to go ahead and run a mailbag here.
1 second.
And if Mike gives me the okay, he's going to look to see how many comments or questions we have. You can still get your questions in, hashtag Texans, to get those in. Ronald, how we doing? Let's go Uncle Money Moan, Houston Texans. Cool. For the hashtag Texans. Okay, yeah. Producer Mike is saying we need a couple more questions. So if you could help us out, hashtag Texans in the comments section. You can ask about the draft. You can ask about free agency, whatever you'd like. But Mike said we need maybe like 2 or 3 more questions. So get those in. Hashtag Texans. If you want to make sure you can skip the line and get your question answered, you can super chat to get up on screen. Just remember, we need the first 5 minutes for the read in there too. So appreciate you, Ryosaurus. I see you getting your question in. Appreciate you. Super simple. If you don't know what to do, look at what Ryosaurus just put in the comment section. All you have to do, literally at the front of your comment, just put hashtag Texans and then whatever you want to say. And that way, my guy Mike can find it easy for you.
You could say the future GM of the Houston Texans answered one of your questions.
Mm-hmm.
We're not talking about a common opportunity here, fellas.
XOXO, appreciate the question. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to do this mailbag real quick, and then me and Mike are going to pop off. We've been live for quite a while. 1:45. Now it's like a 3-hour live. Anointed Stan gets a question in. Okay, cool. I think 1 or 2 more questions, and we should be good to go. All right. A couple more? Cool. All right. It's so Jay. Thank you for the question. Sergio, I feel you. Here we go. Also, I can go into depth on some of the questions too. So like in the team card, you can just go ahead and change it to Studio B. Yeah, you can do that. No. I'm saying, here. Another little teaching moment. Hold on. So if you need, just go to you're looking for the team card. Team card draft. Yeah. Or, worst case scenario, just open to me full screen generic L3, and I can just talk about it. We don't. The team card's not like absolutely needed. It's okay. We're good. Just go like generic, and then I'll give you an opening, and yeah, we can just follow the rest as we go. Sweet. Anointed Stan, HTX, thank y'all for getting more questions in. That really helps my guy, producer Mike, be able to pick through more questions and, get more people up on the show. So y'all putting in those questions, that helps us out a ton. Whoa. Hey, yo. Yeah. I think we're good. All righty. Coming up next, we're going to do a Texans Today mailbag, and then me and my guy Mike are going to hop off. Thank y'all all for tuning in to our live show today. And without further ado, let's answer y'all's questions here on Texans Today. Welcome into Texans Today, presented by Prize Picks. I'm your host, Jeremy Chuggs. And on today's show, I'm answering fan questions from our live show. Reminder, this is from our live show, April 16th, Thursday. All the questions you're about to see is from our live audience. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. It should be the weigh-in or the GFX3, the social, right? Thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate everybody for stopping on by. Actually, let's just redo that. It's okay. Is that where did Sam put it in for you? Go to GFX3. Yeah, there we go. Hold up, I can get... Hold up. Wait a minute. Yeah. Hold on one second. Y'all be easy on him. Y'all be easy on Mike. This is his first live show with us. There we go. We'll go back to this. He's trying to figure it out on his end. Be easy. Hey, take it easy. Take it easy. Settle down. Settle down. We're still going to get y'all's questions in. Oh, Reed, can you help him set up the comments? All right. Obviously. Wait, Reed, is it good to pull all the hashtag Texans now in there? Yeah, we're trying to do a mailbag. Is he set up for the mailbag? Thank you, producer Reed. Shout out to Reed, usually on the ones and twos for Texans. Producer Reed, absolute legend. No, you're good. You're good. All good. Alrighty. Ready to rock? All right. Here we go with our Texans Today mailbag, answering all y'all's questions. Welcome into Texans Today, everybody. I'm your host, Jeremy Chuggs, and today's show is presented by Prize Picks, another award-winning mailbag edition here of Texans Today. And what does that mean? That means I'm answering all of my live chats questions. This live show that I'm filming right now, April 16th. So reminder, if you're watching this on a later date, all the questions that you're about to see are from my live show that I had on April 16th. It was our Chat Sports live mock, so you might see some questions around my mock draft. We'll throw it up there later for you so you can see what I took in my 3-round mock draft. But without further ado, let's answer some of these questions. First up, Joe Mullins, hashtag Texans, surprise position Texans could go in round 1. I'll say wide receiver. I took a receiver in my mock draft with, some mixed reviews from the audience. But, the Texans, they brought in Denzel Boston for a top 30 visit. So I do think that is a position that the Texans could possibly look at. I know a lot of people feel like the Texans don't necessarily need wide receiver, right? Tank Dell, hopefully he can come back and hopefully help out a ton. Nico Collins, you have Jaden Higgins in year 2. You're hoping more out of Jalen Knoll. But the Texans have showed some interest in some wide receivers. And there have been some rumors that they could look at receiver early. I think that would maybe be the biggest surprise to Texans fans that you should maybe keep an eye out for are those receivers. Let's go to It's So Jay. Do you think, or do you see us getting a veteran receiver after the draft or sticking with this young core? I think it depends, right? I think you could look at, signing one of these veterans if you don't draft anybody. Obviously, if the Texans don't take a receiver in this year's draft, that could make sense to look at and take one, or sign one after. Because there is, we all say like the second wave of free agency. There's the first wave right as the new league year starts and all the free agents can sign. But there are a lot of veteran players that wait after the draft and say, all right, which teams still need my position? I'm going to go target those teams and see if they want to sign me. So there could be that second wave of free agency where the Texans don't draft a receiver and they look to add one more guy to their receiver room. And I do, know a lot of people don't necessarily want to draft a receiver. So I want you to go down in the comment section. What position do you think the Texans don't need to draft? Let me know down below in the comments what position do you think the Texans don't need to draft? Do you think it's wide receiver? I would say quarterback. What other positions do you think the Texans are A-okay with right now? While you're down there, you can also check out our friends over at Prize Picks. That link down in the comment section and description of today's show. And today's show is made possible by our friends over at Prize Picks. It's the place to go if you love daily fantasy sports and you have playoff hockey, playoff basketball. Baseball is in full swing. Esports is raging right now. All available in the America's #1 sports pick app we all know and love. And the name is Prize Picks. It's super simple and user-friendly. All you got to do is just pick more or less on a few player stats and lock in your lineup. 2 to 6 players to be exact. And the fun part is they don't all have to be the same sport. You can go basketball and baseball, hockey and tennis, golf and cricket. All of those sports available with our friends over at Prize Picks. For me personally, this is the lineup that I'm going with for Saturday. Some playoff hoops. A 3-pick power play, $5 to pay $48.75. I'm going with Alpy Moore on the double-double. I think it's a good chance that he could get that. Amen. 23.5 points points and assists combined. And then LaBum, I'm going 2.5 3-pointers. I think he's going to be their only scoring option. So he better make 2.5 3-pointers. Am I right? So I think this is a pretty good lineup. And if you agree, you can copy my lineup on the Prize Picks social feeds tab where you can follow me, you can follow producer Mike or anybody here at Chat Sports and copy our lineups. And for new users, listen closely, new user offer, download the PrizePicks app today with the link in the comments and description and use code HMA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code HMA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. All that information down in the comments and description of today's show. All right, Ryosaurus, hashtag Texans. Who is your favorite and least favorite target in this draft? Ooh, that's a good question. I would say my favorite target in this draft. I mean, I took him in my mock. I really like Keelan Rutledge. I think, a lot of people said I reached for him. I took him at 38 in the Chat Sports mock draft. Maybe a little early, but, the one thing we've all complained about is the lack of physicality on our offensive line. Getting beat on 3rd and 1, on 4th and goal situations where you need 1 yard and just need to outman, for all the nuances in football, all the pre-snap motion, wide receiver, trick plays. Sometimes at the end of the day, it goes back to the very base level of football. And that is moving the guy in front of you, being the stronger person, and being able to move bodies. The Texans need to do that. They need to get back to that. And especially with having the number 1 defense in the NFL, you want to be able to control the clock. You want to be able to control the ground game with your running backs. You go ahead and trade for David Montgomery, a powerful, back that is able to bounce off tacklers. Why not upgrade your offensive line? The one position I think you still need is somebody to battle it out with Jake Andrews. And Keelan Rutledge, he can battle it out at center and also has that center guard flexibility. I really like him. Least favorite? That's tough. I don't know if there's anybody that I'm like, I dislike this play. I mean, the Texans brought in I can't remember his name right now, the tight end out of Tennessee. Our Tennessee guy here, Joey Peterson, he runs a Vols channel here at Chat Sports. He told me straight up he sucks. So maybe just from what he said, he watched every single game this year. I guess that would be it. I don't know if he'd be more than a 7th round pick though. So I don't know if there's anybody that I absolutely just hate for the Texans this year. Yardley, hashtag Texans. I really want Sadiq in the real draft, but I have faith either way because I truly believe the Texans are finally getting the offense right this year. I agree, right? This is the year to get it right. You changed a lot of stuff around. You changed, you changed your coordinator last year. You changed your entire offensive line, your running back. You brought in new wide receivers. You might get a new tight end. Everything is changing besides CJ Stroud, right? This is his year to prove himself. This is his year to show everybody that he's still the guy and he's still got it. So I agree with you, and I hope we're right that the Texans offense can turn it around because you look at this past season, if the Texans offense was average, we might have made the Super Bowl, to be honest. So I think you're right. I hope the Texans offense can finally get on the right track this season. Nick Anderson, hashtag Texans. Could the Texans take a QB this year? I'm going to say no, but I didn't think they were going to take a quarterback last year, and they surprised everybody. I don't know if it's that much of a surprise, a round 7 pick, but they took somebody in Graham Mertz. I don't really think it makes sense for the Texans to go and get a quarterback this year. CJ Stroud, a prove-it year. You have Davis Mills as the backup, so you don't really need to take another quarterback. I think I'd be fine with the Texans going ahead and, not taking a quarterback, and especially with this draft class this year. Next year's quarterbacks are better. So if you want to take a quarterback in the draft, I'd look into next year instead of this year. I'm being told one more. We'll get some more in. Make sure to give me a follow on X, though, at Jeremy Chuggs. If we didn't get to your question today, all good. Make sure to send me your question. My DMs are open on X at Jeremy Chuggs. You can always hit me up there if you want to. Anointed Stan in the building. I also do think we have a super chat from VW Blue Sky. And you can just put something on top if you want. Anointed Stan, hashtag Texans. Hypothetically, if you had the number 1 overall pick in the draft of the Texans, who would you pick? No one. I'd trade out. I'd try to get a bounty if I was the Houston Texans and had the number 1 pick. That's what I would do. Like there's nobody worth taking necessarily. So that's what I would do. Next up, VW Blue Sky. And you'll also see my first selection in our Chat Sports mock draft. I traded back out of 28 to 31. Got Kayden McDonald, steal in my opinion. VW Blue Sky, no matter what, we'd re-sign Will Anderson, right? Right? Yes. No matter what, the Texans that is their number one goal, their number one prerogative right now is to re-sign Will Anderson Jr. And if you listen to the reports, I talked about it on the show earlier this week. There's rumors that he might get $50 million per year. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But I think at the end of the day, the Houston Texans are going to try everything humanly possible to keep number 51 a Houston Texan for his entire career. He talked about wanting to stay in Houston his entire career. I think the Texans are going to try to make that a reality. All right, last question coming up. Condition-based. Texans, are the teams still requesting Mills in a trade? Possibly, right? Like, I don't know if the Texans are necessarily listening to it because they're in win-now mode and they're trying to make a playoff push and a run to the Super Bowl. And we've seen in the past, teams that are as good as the Texans are, especially on defense, you need a good backup quarterback. You look at the Philadelphia Eagles, Nick Foles, right? You look at other teams that have had to throw in a backup quarterback. I think Davis Mills, one of the best backups in the NFL. And, if you're worried about C.J. Stroud, why are you going to get rid of a, really good backup in Davis Mills? So teams might be calling. I don't know if the Texans are listening to those calls, though. All right, that's all I have for you on today's show, folks. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 50,000 by the time the NFL draft rolls around. So if you haven't already, go down, hit that sub button for free Texans content all year long. Bang! Bang! I got producer Coop. Doing good. All right, me and producer Mike, I can see him yawning back there. He's ready to get off. No. But for real, shout out to Mike for producing today's live show. It was kind of thrust into action. Whoa. Yeah. But he took it like a champ. One of his, I think this is his third live show ever.
This is the third.
And went on without too many hitches. So I think pretty good overall. Kind of like my mock. I gave Mike a B+ today.
I think Chuggs did a good job.
Great live show. Appreciate all y'all for sticking around. I'll be live on Saturday. Rockets Lakers. I'm going live tomorrow with my guy Bias Houston on our Rockets channel as well to preview the Rockets Lakers matchup. So don't miss out on that on our Rockets channel. If you haven't already, go over there and hit that subscribe button. More videos to come around the Houston Texans as well. So make sure to never miss a moment, hit that sub button, and turn on your notifications.